Hi, and welcome to Saturday Morning Movie Club. We are drinking whiskey on Saturday morning, so it's not quite Saturday morning.
I encourage you all.
But it is airing on Saturday morning.
Captain Crunch in here.
It can be a breakfast.
That's how to keep tight.
So we're back again. Adam White, Kara White, and our guest Adam Wilde.
Yeah.
2 more Adams again.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been here before. Adam Wilde, filmmaker.
Yeah.
Owner of TRG.
Yeah.
And Substance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're kind of got a lot going.
I got a lot going on. Yeah, these days.
Yeah.
I do.
Your latest film.
Yeah.
Slowburn Shoot.
Yeah.
Which we've discussed on this podcast before. Because,
And
and we have the book.
there's some of the associated adjacent.
A companion piece, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not a coffee table book of the film, but more of your work, because you started this whole mania being a photographer.
I did. Yeah.
So this is your work that's in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
And
was
it's
character
gorgeous.
portraits behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Fun project for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got to do something with the images,
Yeah,
I
most of the
know.
time I just would shoot them. I would go home, I'd edit them, and I would send them to the wrestlers, and they would post them on Instagram, and that would be the last
And
I
you
see
go,
them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So the
You're
fact that I was
thanks.
able to print them in a book and have something tangible is actually pretty cool.
That's very cool. So how did you get from that to the movie?
So, that's a great question. I kind of discovered, didn't discover, for myself, I discovered AIW. One of my buddies, I think it was after my daughter was born, one of my buddies dragged me out of the house and he's like, let's get you out. Babies sleep a lot. Let's get you out and do something.
Yeah.
So he took me to an independent wrestling show. And I had been a WWE fan or
Right,
WWF, as it was, a fan as a kid. I loved the Razor Ramones and I loved, Rick Rude and all those classic characters.
Yeah.
But this is my first exploration into an indie wrestling show. So it was at Our Lady of Mount Carmel in Gordon Square.
Nice.
And it was in the gymnasium. The house lights were as bright as could be. It was like
Just Dairy Mart lighting.
Right.
oh, it
You're
was
like,
terrible.
"Ugh."
Yeah, no production value whatsoever. But there was a ring in the middle,
Yeah.
and the crowd was just oversold. This raucous, crazy crowd.
That's
and I was just
crazy.
like, first and foremost, I didn't even know this existed. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. It happened to be a guy named Johnny Gargano, his last night in town before he went up to WWE. So Johnny Gargano was a longtime Cleveland wrestler through the indie scene, kind of an indie star, but then he was going to WWE. So it was last night in town, and he gave a performance of a lifetime. He gave an hour-long speech.
Oh my God.
And the hour-long speech, I know, you think that, but he was in tears, the crowd was in tears, and it was one of those things where I was like, I feel like I'm crashing the best man speech I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's interesting on you talking about how you were introduced into it not terribly long ago.
Yeah.
But we've both seen the film and looking through this book that it plays much more like a labor of love of you have known about this since you were 14.
Yeah.
Which is so not the case.
Well, one of the things that I've learned a long time ago is the best way to learn French is to immerse yourself in France.
Yeah.
So it was the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
After that show, I was like, I want to explore this more. So that's when I was like, I talked to the promoter, John Thorne, and I was like, can I do a photo project? And he was like, yeah, sure, go down by the ring. We got a lot of people down there. You can take photos. And it's like, I actually don't care about the ring. I care about the people. I want to do these character portraits backstage. I want to explore who they are. I want to see them in those pensive moments before the match.
Yeah.
The trauma after the match, the camaraderie. That's what I want to explore.
That's what some of these photographs is you can see the ring, but it's like the view of the guy who's going to go on next.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty
It's
cool.
not just ring.
Yeah, because everyone knows what happens in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't need to document that.
Yeah.
So I spent a year following them to every single show and building up the trust because I would take those photos and then that night I would go home and I would stay up till 2, edit them, mostly because I knew I would never have time to do it elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I would just get it out of my life. I would send all the wrestlers the photos I took of them,
Yeah.
and then I built a lot of respect. I built a lot of trust, and I earned the opportunity to say, I'm learning about this, and there's more stories than I thought there would be. These characters are very interesting. I would love to bring in a camera crew and do a documentary.
Yeah.
And John Thorne laughs now because he's like, he didn't really know that I ran TRG. He didn't know that I came from this background. So he was like, he thought I was just going to come back there with one camera and do
now he's
an interview. I know. So
that's awesome.
That first day I showed up with a 3-ton truck. And we were just... And he's like, what the fuck? I was putting model releases in front of people. And he was just like, what the fuck did I get into?
So might have needed to ramp up with that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's such a slam.
But then it was like 7 years, and it wasn't 7 consistent years, but it was 7 years of waiting for people that I wanted to interview to come in town between contracts, find these stories. The pandemic was very good to me because it slowed me down. It made me patient. I don't know if I still am patient, but it forced it on me
for that time period.
Right. And then I was able to let some of these other stories develop, and that's how we got like J Pro retiring.
Yeah. It's so good. We've talked about this about the movie on our former podcast. So if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. But like the stories that you ended up, the characters and like they're people, but I call them characters. But like those stories that you're able to interweave into this is really good. And like I was like, why am I identifying with a wrestler? Because it's very, very much similar to filmmaking world.
It is the story of people who are following their passions and their hearts, sometimes to the detriment of themselves. And I think we all recognize that.
And the limitations.
It's like, oh no.
The limitations that start manifesting.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it's a do or die. Do I back off and go work at the library, or am I, doubling down with this?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, this is a challenging one too, because it's like all these people with this, like, there are people who have the unfulfilled destiny or dream. And you're like, how do I end this movie with them never actually realizing that?
The patience you're talking about very much felt like when you watch it, the letting it come to you. Because in a personal portrait like that, so much you can't force the ending or force the structure. So
I'll tell you what, when I went into this
blood, sweat, and
documentary,
tears, man.
Yeah.
When I went into this documentary, I grew up at TRG in a studio, control. All of my photo shoots, I had absolute control over. All of the videos I've ever shot, I had absolute control over.
Making imagery.
So I went into this to push myself out of my boundaries and to explore what it's like when you don't have control.
Documentary's rough because you're out there and you're like, I want this, and you're like, I can't.
It doesn't exist.
I know.
I can't make them do it because then it's not true to what we're doing. But you're also like, oh God, I really want this to.
Well, that's why I was in the middle of, I think, shooting it or maybe editing it when I saw your guys' documentary at Shaker Square.
Oh, the Witness to Revolution.
Yeah. And that's, you were like, any questions? And I was like, how do you make a documentary without actually interviewing anyone and having any, I was like, I don't know. Like, my experience right now is so polar opposite of the experience.
That one was a very challenging one for us because when they presented it, they're like, this is those out there who don't know this, we did a film called Witness to Revolution, and it was all about a guy from I think he died in like 1920. No, it was.
Which everybody's going, what'd he fly?
It was
nothing.
No flight in this one.
It was not an aviation-related film, but it was all about this medical missionary who went to China at the turn of the century, and nobody alive knows this guy. And so you're like, I can't interview anybody who can like speak about him besides like what they've also read, and because it's all letters and journals and photos,
and we can't shoot anything.
And we could we tried to go to China, and like we couldn't figure out what the hell we would shoot in China because they pretty much after when communism took over, they just like took all their history and just like dumped it. And like so like people in China are contacting people here for the photos.
What other cultures do that right now?
So
make hard
like,
copies.
we're like, there's no reason to go to China. Like I think the place still exists, but it's like in a different form. Like it's like
there's no reason.
We couldn't. I tried very hard to figure out a reason to go there, but it's just a different animal, and you're like, okay, and like just digging in it and keep.
I was so impressed at what you guys were able to do because just watching it, I was like, I don't think I could do this.
Yeah.
Like I
It was like going back to school and like doing research and like putting together a book report.
it was like an entertaining research project.
Yeah.
And I looked. I mean, we looked at yours. Like, I don't know if we could ever do that.
Yeah.
Oh, when I watch people who just follow
the
follow a
avant-garde
story, I'm like,
follow like, and you said it on stage before. When does this end?
yeah.
How do I know?
I think
know
that's my-
if I'm asking the question, I know it's not ended yet.
Yes.
Right. I think that's my biggest fear about doing something like that.
Yeah.
Is that I'm like, I have no idea where it's going and like when it ends and how do I budget for this?
I told you, well,
Yeah.
you budget for it by just I self-funded the
Yeah, I
entire
know.
thing, so
Wow.
it was that. So I wasn't asking for money. So
Keep it
Right.
low.
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Keep it low, especially in
Yeah.
the documentary age of this day and age. Like no one is
Yeah.
buying anything except true crime or like super high level celebrity all access. That's
Yeah.
literally the only
Yep.
thing that are getting purchased.
Like the
So-
the Michael J. Fox thing. It's like you have
Right.
all of Universal Studios B-roll at your
Right.
disposal.
Right.
which that was an interesting doc too. I appreciated
Yeah.
how they did it by using that
Because
found footage.
Superman
Yeah.
kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm still because
It feels like a cheat code to me, but like
a little bit,
totally.
but
yeah,
Yeah.
if you didn't, could you make a movie without any of this?
I know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so because
Yeah.
it was like the Michael J. Fox one was just like maybe 2 interviews, right?
Right.
2 long interviews with
Mm-hmm.
him, and then the rest was just like dropping in so
Reenactments.
See.
A
and-
little bit of
Yeah.
verite, not too much. More like him getting physical therapy. It wasn't
Yeah.
too much. It was like more B-roll than it was verite.
Yeah, they didn't really film a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, besides like the recreation of like the Back to the Future
Yeah,
set.
they were effective. Like he's talking about, his pinkies doing the thing. So
Right.
you shoot a what we call almost like tabletop reenactment,
Yeah.
like not full.
Totally.
Right.
And it was effective, but yeah, you're like, it does feel a little bit like cheating. God bless you guys.
Yeah.
That you had the support.
Well, right.
But
yeah.
Yeah. And
We
it did a
don't-
lot
we
for the next one where I'm exploring personally is
Yeah.
one about neurofibromatosis, which is a disease that my son has. So it's a dear personal story to me, but
Yeah.
there is a celebrity figure who has passed from it, and I don't want to bring his name into this right now
Yeah.
because
Right.
I'm still trying to find
Right.
approval from the family to let me do this.
Yeah.
But it's I certainly have that in my rearview mirror as far
Yeah.
as understanding what resonated
Yeah.
while I'm kind of tackling this new
could
one.
be this, and then figure out
That's the
how
thing.
am I coming at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing they always ask you when you're doing the thing you've worked so fucking hard on forever, and they're like, "What are you doing next?" And I'm
know.
like, "Can I enjoy this?"
I know.
So it's good that you have some
like
an idea.
Answering this question.
Yeah, like
Just
So like when they say what are you doing next right now, I'm like I'm trying to
Yeah.
still make a movie.
I'm still doing
like,
it.
I'm showing this in Idaho.
I know exactly.
well, speaking of,
Yeah.
so you're on tour with this film.
Yeah, I actually just finished the first leg of the tour.
Yeah.
So I did. What did I do? I did Boston, Oklahoma City, Cincinnati, Akron. Sold out twice in Akron.
Nice.
We did Chicago. Over 100 tickets sold in Chicago. No
Nice.
footprint there. L.A., New York. I might be missing one, but
Yeah.
L.A. and New York were also just amazing showings. So like, I've been trying to attach
Outstanding.
wrestling talent to each of these for a Q&A. Podcasters as like
I
moderators.
saw some of those go by. Those were great.
Yeah.
Guy in the helmet interview.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This was like the hell.
So I was not familiar with them, and then like I knew I was doing this podcast with them, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And then he starts putting a helmet on. I was like, do you have that on the whole time?
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, is
Am I
Daft
putting a
Punk
helmet on?
interviewing you?
yeah. And they were also like dressed to the nines,
Yeah.
and here I'm in a t-shirt and
You're
some
like, oh,
gray
no.
pants, and I
I
was
need
like,
briefing.
Yeah. I mean, it was still good. It was still a good interview.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Everyone, what's great about the whole road show is that.
Yeah.
I'm getting to go experience all of these amazing indie theaters all over.
Yeah.
the
That's
country. Like,
awesome.
The
Yeah.
Davis Theater in Chicago was just amazing. Like Swanberg has like a bar in there, and he has a place where you can rent VHSs
Oh,
and
cool.
film still, and
Yeah.
like it feels like a community.
Yeah, I
which
love
is
that. Mm-hmm.
really special. Coolidge up in Boston, same thing. Nighthawk, Brain Dead. Woodward down in Cincinnati is trying to do that. They just
Yeah.
changed ownership, so they're just trying to get their feet under
Yeah.
them. But it's been really kind of special to see that aspect of it, and
Yeah.
and how we don't necessarily have.
Yeah.
we have indie theaters in Cleveland. I think Nightlight down in Akron is like the closest thing.
Yeah.
That seems to be the growth.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
right now
Capital is kind of, but like I think it just got sold.
Yeah.
Well, the rights. What is it? The leasing of it got sold,
somebody
right?
in Florida, Georgia, something
Atlanta.
like that.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
But it's not super indie, but they do show stuff there. So.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's been a wild ride, and like trying to find every indie theater that I've gone to, I'm like, hey, just so you guys know, this has been amazing, and you guys are going to save indie film.
Right. Remind me, I made a contact at sorry, Podcast World. At
Cut the
SIF,
bars.
at SIF, one of the judges with me, he runs an independent theater, I think in Jersey.
Oh,
so
right.
If you want to,
Yeah. I will absolutely take you up on that.
Remind me when we're done. I'll get you this information. But yeah, I think I also like that's the thing that keeps popping up is like independent theaters are like the new thing. Like people are rather going there than the big multiplexes. So,
Absolutely. And because it's just like there's a community and like they're going there to have a drink and like enjoy themselves with their friend.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily to see a movie, but then like there's a movie playing, they're like, oh, I'll check this out. Yeah.
So
like,
it's more of an experience.
And that's the native watchers of that theater. And then
Right.
you talk about specific intense genre pieces like yours or a horror movie or if somebody does a documentary about Star Trek, you are going to see a fan base show up.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
And that's a great way to like. I mean, I know you did this because you're passionate about the story, but like it has a fan base already.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what we've been leaning into a lot.
Yeah.
Like for every city that we go to, we're doing a little bit about distro if you guys are interested. We're doing like just like a $200 meta campaign directed to right at the faces of our demographic. We built this wonderful ad, like one night only in this town. We show the people who are going to be there for the Q&As. We show a little bit of the trailer. We show some of that stuff. So like it gets them excited, and they are certainly coming out, which is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, you've kind of, check me if I'm wrong, you've kind of just picked dates and gone. It hasn't been like associated like, oh, they're at this, what you have done so far.
Yes.
You haven't had, there's a wrestling convention in town, like nothing like that.
Nothing like that. Yeah, we've just picked dates and we've gone. And we've gotten people out. What we're trying to do is we're trying to avoid, there's some heavy wrestling nights where like Monday Night Raw, SmackDown's on Friday, AEW's on Wednesday. So we're trying to get a Tuesday or Thursday slot around 7 o'clock. Boston, I had a little bit of a lower showing because it was like 11:30 or midnight at on a cold, rainy night in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a wonderful experience, and this next leg, we're trying to attach ourselves a little bit more, be a little bit more strategic, and like, all right, SummerSlam is in Minnesota on August 30th or something like that. Let's do the night before in Minnesota.
Right.
You know,
Right.
the fandom is already there, the fan base is already there,
That's
and while
great.
I think the story transcends the wrestling world, I know I have to start with the wrestling community, and the wrestling community will like my letterbox is just like chef's kiss right now, and I'm so excited about it.
That's
Yesterday it was funny. I screen capped it and sent it to Jeff Y'all because I was like, this is the most ridiculous one. They were like, this is better than Beyond the Mat and Citizen Kane combined. And I was like, wow, that's some high praise. And I was like, do I even know this person?
I know. Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, because like if you're from the wrestling world, Beyond the Mat is like the pinnacle of wrestling documentaries.
Yeah.
It is like the cream of the crop from like 90s WWE.
Yeah.
And like really shows you the dirty, grimy side of things. So
That's
to be
awesome.
even have that in the same sentence, I know.
That feels like a maybe on the second leg. It's the black and white, black and chrome.
Oh yeah,
version of
exactly.
Slowburn. Oh, you watched it in color?
There you go. You got to come out and see it.
Everybody's starting to be a judgy bitch.
Yeah. So as a film, we've done plenty of screenings of our stuff, and now that you're doing a screening of your film over and over and over again, do you sit and watch with the audience, or do you go lurk around in the lobby?
I sit and watch with the audience because I want to watch what their
The reactions
reaction to.
are? Mhm.
Yeah.
Same.
Because
Yeah.
I want to see if they're cringing when they should cringe, if they're laughing when
Yeah.
they should laugh, and if they're crying when
Is
they should
it
cry.
consistent, or is
It
it
has
all
been remarkably consistent,
Nice.
which is
interesting?
great.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That
Yeah.
gives you
Yeah.
good data.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It helps me know that it's working.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah. Like people are connecting with it, which is
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
And when you see like grown men like dabbing their eyes at the end, you're like,
my
oh,
God,
I got him.
yeah.
I got him.
Yeah, you got me. I know you got Mike Webb.
You got me as well.
At the end when that guy's retired, I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
It is. I mean, like, and that's the.
Because it's relatable. You already talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
that's the mark of a good movie is that you're making something that can connect with people, and
Yeah.
you don't even have to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
To be like, oh wow, this is a really good story.
Yeah.
Did you have with the Q&As? Do you have a favorite question somebody's asked you?
Most people are shocked when I tell them that it took 7 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it wasn't 7 consecutive years, and the pandemic was in there. So like,
Right,
what is
yeah.
that? You know, that
Right.
took 2 years,
Got
3
jobs
years
to
off
keep
of
the
it.
lights on.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're pretty shocked when that happens. But they ask me a lot about personal stories from within there, or what was my favorite story that I was able to follow. And
yeah.
it's kind of a tie. Like the J Pro retirement, just knowing how meaningful it was for him to be able to
Yeah.
capture something that's that impactful in someone's life is really kind of special.
Yeah.
And then to be able to tell Patty's story,
Yeah.
because I tear up literally every single time I talk about her.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to right now, but the fact that like she lost her son and now she had never gone to a wrestling show ever before. It was his biggest passion. It's all he lived
That was
for.
pretty good.
Yeah.
She never went, and now she goes to every single show, and she
Yeah.
takes care of
I
her
know.
kids.
I love
It's just
that.
like
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
touching story you can imagine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, through the stuff that we have done, usually we're doing stuff. People what they have done was decades ago.
Yeah.
But I've also told stories of the real existing people that are alive and functioning at that
Yeah.
point. And the in doing stories about people and not fucking it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did a story because what you kind of were leaning to is like it becomes the quintessential portrait of their loved one
Yeah.
Right.
that is
Yeah.
going to be seen for time. And I
Yeah.
did one about the Tuskegee Airmen, but it also dovetailed into the story of a guy who was rebuilding an airplane. And
Sure.
he crashed in it and passed away. And his Marine Corps son came to the screening.
Oh my gosh.
So we're all watching the screen and
I know.
I'm trying to watch this guy. It's like I made the portrait, and I'd never done that before. That
Yeah.
I made a portrait of this guy's father.
I had a similar experience because at the initial private screening where I was like cast and crew only, Patty had never seen the film yet. She didn't know that I did a recreation of Chandler during those
Oh,
podcast
damn.
moments. And I went into that going like, oh,
Oh,
my God, here it
no.
goes.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's going to hate this, you know?
Yeah.
And then afterwards, she came up to me and she said, I want to watch this every day of my life.
Aw.
And I was like, oh, God, here we go.
I gotta go to the restroom.
Yeah.
I do like what you did with the recreation of the him like you just see him
Yeah.
from behind
Yeah.
talking. I was like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah, originally, like, before I had the J Pro ending, I was like, Chandler's going to end this. But
Yeah.
then I was thinking, do we not reveal that he dies until the end? Like,
Right,
can I get away
yeah.
with that? Because, like,
How
a
long
lot of
can
what
you
he
drag
speaks
it? Yeah.
in the podcast is it's like right in the present, first person.
Yeah.
So, like, I was curious, but, like, without showing his face, I think people would catch on. But
Right.
you'd be amazed, like, even right now, when he's kind of the centerpiece of this, at our midpoint-ish. But, like, there are still people like, oh, I didn't know he died.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, I was like, I'll take it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. No, it's a good reveal in the movie because we didn't know going into it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're not part of that world.
No.
And so being able to go into that cold,
Yeah.
because we didn't work on it either. So like,
Yeah.
just watching
Yeah,
it
yeah.
pure, and in the environment that we did, where it's like half of people in the audience were filmmakers and half were wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun. We talked about this already, that it was a really great theater experience because of that.
Oh, it was so high
Yeah.
energy. I couldn't have
yeah.
asked for anything better. Well, I
yeah.
could have asked for one thing better.
Yeah.
If I got the 7:30 slot on Monday instead of the
Just
5:45.
saying.
Yeah, for next
what's the
time,
hell?
Sif.
Next time I have a movie, I want a better time slot.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite wrestling movie?
I would say Beyond the Mat is an amazing movie. It's an amazing documentary. It really it's real dirty and gritty. And
Yeah,
like,
that's
really
cool.
kinda
Yeah.
shows you like the dark side of things. But like, there's a lot of that are wrestling adjacent. Like remember No Holds Barred?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it was Zeus and Hogan.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, I haven't rewatched it.
Yeah.
But, like, I try. There's a lot of films that I actually, like,
Yeah.
I'm afraid to rewatch
Right.
because they
I
hold such a
know.
high
It's gonna
spot
wreck
in my
my
heart.
DNA.
Yes,
I know.
exactly.
I've done that. You're like, oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, this isn't
no.
what I thought it was.
But then you're
Yeah.
like, well, now I shouldn't go around telling people that I really like that movie. Because
Exactly.
people are probably like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as good as I remembered it being.
How about you guys? Do you guys have favorite wrestling movies?
I don't have a favorite. So my sister, who's 3 years older than me, loved wrestling when we were growing up. So like we watched WWE all the time. She
Yeah.
had the toy ring. She had all
Yeah.
the wrestlers. She had a light switch of Hulk Hogan that you would like just move up and down, and the light.
Was
would
it like
turn
his
on.
bicep? That was
No, it was like an action
Moving up and
figure.
down.
It was like a little action figure of him being like this. And
Oh,
you would just grab
that's
the
awesome.
action
Yeah.
figure in. So she was super into it. I don't. Oh, you know what my favorite one is? Ready to Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Did you have
Yeah.
you seen that one? I haven't seen that one. That one came out when I was in college, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe that's one if I watched it again doesn't hold up. But
What's funny is that I went into Disclosure Day,
yeah.
and sure as shit opens with a wrestling scene.
Right.
I know.
Right.
And I was like, I know those two guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because we just saw it too, and I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, oh, that's funny. We could have just been like, this is our wrestling movie.
I was like, Spielberg totally stealing from me.
Oh, it's a
you know?
great open too, because like the foot's just hitting the
Oh, yeah.
Camera over and
POV
over
of it.
again.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
And
it's
then you
pretty
go
good.
find Josh O'Connell and them. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a good opening.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was good.
Yeah. Certainly entertaining.
Which we could just flow. Let's just
Yeah,
flow into
flow
that.
right into it.
Instead of me trying to force something. So, Disclosure Day. It is not one of our categories,
Yeah.
but we all just happen to see it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think
Thank you.
about
Thank
it?
you. Okay. I will. I'm gonna preface this with
Don't be shy.
there was a moment that got me misty,
Yeah.
but by and large, my joke is imagine, just think back to Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
And think back about the slow burn storytelling of it, the mystique, the sci-fi elements, how mysterious it was. And now, imagine that movie was made by the director who did Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my... See? You get the joke, right?
No, yeah. Because here's the thing.
I think he's lost his shit.
I think he's gotten to a point where no one says no.
No. And it's,
Like, he's
Yeah.
like, to that level where, like, everyone's like, great idea, go
Yeah.
do it, you know?
Right, because
like,
Raiders, he's like, I went over on Jaws, I want to be able to make something, and I'm going to come in low, and I'm
Yeah.
going to come in ahead of schedule. And he does. Like,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park came in ahead of schedule and all that, but
when we came out of it, so like when we go to the movies, we're usually like, oh, boo, boo, boo. Like, let's talk about it. We got in the car, and Adam's like, so what'd you think? Because I was like, it's not that good.
Yeah.
The end, the last 10 minutes, I really enjoyed, and there's good stuff in it. As an overall, like, I just feel like we were just running around with not gaining anything.
I think it's an
Yeah.
X-Files episode
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
like it just kept
with
being like
really high dollar talent.
And there was, like,
Yeah.
just moments that didn't, like, when he was, he got back to the house after the phone call, and he knew that she was in the house, and then all the feds show up, and then he's hiding from the feds, and he's,
Yeah.
like, hiding from them behind a fence that is
So you can
see-through.
I was thinking
He's
the
like
same
ducking
thing.
under, and I was like, what are you
like,
ducking under?
This,
Like,
this
they can see you.
because they're facing that way. Because this blocking exists solely so they can do a 2-minute steady cam shot.
I know.
Right.
Moving up, where the camera passed through the fence. Like stop.
oh,
Why?
yeah.
It doesn't apply
It doesn't
anything.
make
There was like
any
a handful of
sense.
those like moments where I was just like, it took me out of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and usually Spielberg gets me further into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're-
We
yeah.
talked about this in the car, like in Close Encounters when they screech the station wagon to a halt, and it's a push in on
Yeah.
him with the barbed wire and shit, and he gets out of the car because you still don't get to see what he's looking at. And the crane follows him up over the rise when you're revealing Devil's Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And John Williams isn't 300 years old at that point.
Yeah.
It is firing on all cylinders,
Yeah.
and the cylinders are not on in this one.
Yeah. Maybe he just doesn't feel like he has to try anymore.
And there's like so much foreshadowing up to that moment too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of the mashed potatoes
Potatoes,
and
and you're like,
there was just so much of
yeah.
like you felt exactly what he was trying to
Yeah.
do, and as a filmmaker, he was what you want to do as a filmmaker is you want to manipulate people.
Yep.
And he manipulated the shit out of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
it
Yeah,
worked.
I think if he's got any, I think he has to shake it up. I don't
Yeah.
think,
I think
he
what-
can't have Giannis shoot a movie. Giannis has shot like the past 57 of his movies.
Yeah.
He's like, probably John Williams is never going to score again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, shake that up top to bottom.
Which you mentioned,
and
it didn't even feel like a John Williams
No, it did
score.
not. Like,
you don't, there's no
it-
swell or no
it
moments
was-
of
And
It
get a
might-
creative producer that'll say we should do something different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because I don't think anyone's doing that to him right now, and I think that's
Yeah.
why his last X amount of
Yeah.
films have been like lackluster because
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think he's lost it per se, but I think it's a collaborative. We all know filmmaking is as
Yeah.
collaborative of a thing as we could all do.
Yeah.
And if there's no collaboration and it's all just one person's mind,
Yeah.
like all of a sudden it goes off track. Like I will
Yeah.
firmly say that like John Nix as my editor and Jeff Yaw as my creative producer added so much valuable input to make my film better.
Yeah.
that
Because
I
you are
would
in your
not-
head.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't
Absolutely.
see outside of it.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would thoroughly agree with that, and he needs to be challenged and scared
Yeah.
to be able to
Yeah.
come back to what he used to be able to do.
Yeah.
It's like you did Schindler's List. You left the dolly at home, you left the crane at home, the Steadicam at home, and you actually tried things.
Yeah.
I would argue though, like, and we kind of talked about this, that it's more a problem with the script. Like there wasn't a story, like
It is
enough
a
of
problematic
a story.
script.
Like
Yeah.
basically they're just running around being like, like there's a nefarious government agency again.
I know.
with every
I know.
Spielberg
Again,
movie,
we've seen it.
chasing the alien people who are trying to be
nine
kind to the
seasons
aliens.
of that with the X-Files.
Yeah, and you're like, but nothing was being gained. It was just like, oh no, they found me. They found me. Like the most
Yeah.
interesting thing was the guy who could possess people, like with the alien technology. Like I was like, oh, that's a cool concept, but it didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
And then the end of it, like the very last 10 minutes of it, where you're like, okay, now I'm starting to tear up. Like, why am I tearing up for aliens?
I was tearing up, and I don't know
Yeah.
if
He
like,
got me. Yeah.
if normal people
like that's where it shines,
Uh-huh.
but the rest of it was just kind of
like if normal people watch that, if it's the same reaction, because I've been in control rooms, and
Right.
I've been in studios, and I've been in the booth. Like,
Yeah.
right.
is again because it's playing so hard to me. Am I tearing up because you actually get to watch something real that's happening on one of
Yeah.
the screens?
Right. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: when he was talking to the guy who was walking through this house that they were building,
Yeah.
were you like, "Are they shooting this at TRG?" Like, didn't because I was like,
In my back of my head, I was like, "Oh, like this is easy enough."
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, just
Yeah.
have the crew build the thing while
I
you're
know,
walking through." You don't
literally.
Even...
I was like, that's like
Yeah.
literally someone walking through, filming me on a
Yeah.
phone call in my studio.
Yeah, and I was like, and you
Too
know,
soon. Too close.
they're like, it's going to be a reveal, and then that reveal wasn't even that big of a deal because
Yeah.
like you're building something specific. And but Emily Blunt, I will watch her all day. every
Watch her
day.
read the phone book.
Yeah,
Amazing,
she's
so
great.
good.
But there was a lot of exposition through dialogue, and like
Yeah.
as someone who's writing screenplays of myself, and
Yeah.
like really trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
Like I get
Show, don't tell.
personally offended when I
Yep.
see it in a huge film like
Yep.
that.
Biggest of the big people.
Like, oh, here's a giant exposition.
And that was
I know.
that was the
Okay.
40th version of that script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
And
as good
that's
as they got it.
the argument is like, also there shouldn't be a 40th version of a script.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is that,
means
like
it's not
is that a
working.
studio thing? I don't
I
know
don't
what that
know.
is. Like maybe were studios too involved? It's hard to
Yeah.
say, but
Yeah. I mean, it had good stuff in it. It just isn't overall. I was like,
yeah.
I think, and if it was nobody, we probably wouldn't be as hard on it. But your expectations of,
Well, you
of
go-
a flying saucer movie
I mean,
from
how much
Spielberg.
all year
Yeah.
were you like, I'm
Oh.
so excited for this movie?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a
I did.
Spielberg alien
And it
movie.
came out, and everybody wasn't
Excited about it.
there wasn't confetti from the rooftop
Yeah.
when it came
Yeah,
out.
and you're
Everybody
like,
was kind of strangely quiet.
I
like,
know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is- Like First Man, when that came out about Neil Armstrong, everybody's super excited, and then it went quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, everybody's too polite to point out that this is crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like you see again, it's just like where the film landscape is right now.
Yeah.
And maybe it's shifting, but like you see this had to have been a $200 million movie.
Yeah.
Probably.
It had
Yeah.
80 million was
Yeah.
its advertising budget.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, and what? So at least 160.
Yeah.
So they usually
Yeah.
like do half, right?
Yeah.
So huge budget,
Yeah.
and then we see these films like Backrooms, and
Yeah.
Obsessions that are
Yeah.
like under 100 or under a million that
Yeah.
are making 200 million.
Yeah.
So like. Maybe
And
it's a shift in the industry. Maybe there's something, but
Maybe,
like, there's
but
more
yeah.
story in those
People-
other ones.
There's more story in that, like that's allowing independent filmmakers to be as creative and tell their own story as possible.
Yeah, and
So-
people having fresh blood having a bigger voice, and
Yeah.
I
mean, it's kind of like a resurgence of the '90s. at this
Spielberg
point.
movies helped form me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
do not discount anything I watch, but
I
also
think like growing up in the 80s and 90s, I think like he was the filmmaking.
Yeah.
Like he's Jaws, Close Encounters,
Yeah.
Raiders of the
Lost
Lost
Ark. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of it.
E.T.
Yeah.
Like
I keep seeing things go
all
by
of
about
it.
like just dissecting his shot selection and how it's influencing the story as it's going.
so I think like some of those films.
I talk
Yeah.
about Empire of the Sun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on character introductions, on
Yeah.
how to do it without cuts.
Absolutely.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But I think some of those films he was challenged quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he was better because he was,
was
challenged.
challenged.
Everybody
Yeah.
always is.
That's true. That's true. I think that's when you get the most creative is when you are limited on resources and you have to figure out how you can tell your story compellingly
Yeah.
with not being like the shark not working in Jaws is like the best thing that could have ever happened in that movie.
Yeah, they're like, oh, why the ending battle in Star Wars? Everybody loved it because it seemed like combat footage and it was cut really fast. They're like, why'd you do that? I was like, because the motion control dolly track was only 8 feet long. That's why.
We couldn't go further.
That's not interesting.
Yeah.
That's- Do a different story than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like
And my
yeah.
wife edited it.
Right. But I think that allows you for like I love having limitations or like when we did the 48-hour film festival, like they give you the 3 things you have to put into it.
Yeah.
And we pulled
Super fun.
I mean, we did this once and it was in 2010 and we pulled horror and like our whole team was like, we don't want horror because everybody does horror.
Then
And,
we pulled horror.
and we're like, fuck. And you could put it back, but your chances of getting things that are harder to do
Yeah,
increase.
go up.
So I'm like, because I was like, we could get musical, we could get, like silent film.
Yeah.
And we're like, and we knew we'd already secured the Natural History Museum. So I'm like, okay. I was like, now it's a cursed object. Like, we're just going to Scooby-Doo it our way through this horror film. And then when we were done, Adam's like, you just made a Buffy episode. And I'm like, I totally did.
Yeah. I mean, that tracks for you, right?
Yeah. Well, that's it. The
You
prequel to
revert
Ghost
to what
Toilet.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, now we're trying to make a feature of it. So.
Yeah.
But, like, I loved that challenge of being like, here's all these things you have to put into it. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, oh, it's like, oh, that's actually a really good idea that you never would have thought of before.
Speaking of your feature, can we
Yeah.
plug what you just did this week?
Yes. So,
Look, it's not even my show, and I'm like,
Adam, what did we do this week? We talked about it last 2 episodes.
Yeah, we started the crowdfunding campaign for Ghost Toilet.
Yeah.
Was this week to help and help hard out
Yeah.
there, everyone,
Yeah.
to help us get it made. Help Kara's horror movie make it
Yeah.
to the big screen.
Yeah.
Or micro theaters, wherever it may
It's
end
going
up.
to be that. So the plan is that we would do that theater tour, but
Yeah.
like now it's an experience where you get the glowing toilet brushes. Like
Yeah.
there's, like there's a photo shoot that you can do in the lobby with toilet,
Yeah.
like the ghost toilet and all that stuff. So, yeah, we're trying. So please,
yeah. If I'm sure everyone who's watching this has already checked out the trailer, but if you've not checked out the trailer, I would just. Everyone should really watch it. It's very entertaining.
it's only 3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Ghosttoilet.com. And we're doing, I'm going to plug as well, because this will air before the show. Midnight Rental with Laura, which I have our old poster up here.
Be at the grog shop.
We're showing it there. And Adam and I are the co-hosts.
When
We're
is that
hosting
again?
with Laura.
Monday
night.
Doors at 7.
This
Yeah.
upcoming Monday, I
Yeah.
will be in Hilton Head.
Enjoying
That's a
all the
bummer.
Hilton Headness.
that's right.
I know.
It's going to be really fun. Her shows are awesome because
Yeah.
it's just a secret screening and you go in and she shows like a horrible
I love
horror
it.
movie
Yeah.
and like people, it's just Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this time we're on the stage and we have microphones.
I'm sure it'll be interesting.
But you can see the trailer on the screen.
Yeah.
And with the crowd, and it'll be really
You
fun.
should bring the podcast set up and just do a
one of
pod from the stage with Lenora, right? Like,
She's gonna be like,
How much media are we getting out of this hour?
yeah. And I think Alan's gonna bring his monster head.
Oh,
'cause
beautiful.
He's like, can I bring that? And
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me check.
dude, get Skylar, just blow
Yeah.
some fucking blood out of the toilet.
Splashing blood everywhere.
Wear a poncho, everyone.
Yeah, you're in the splash zone. Remember fucking
Gallagher.
Alan Gallagher.
4D.
Sorry.
Is this fake blood? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fake.
Yeah. You like how tired I was? I'm like, what did we do this week?
Yeah.
It's the only thing I'm working on, like, constantly.
Oh, I
all
get it.
freaking day.
It's good. Again, it's the hustle.
It's the hustle.
You
It
have
is-
to have the hustle. Young people, if you don't have the hustle, you will never
Someone
get
else-
You're never gonna
Yeah.
do it. You're never
Someone
gonna
else
do
will
it.
take
Yeah.
that carrot.
We told.
You gotta stop talking about it and you gotta do it.
Yeah, when we walked into TRG a couple weeks ago, you're like sealing up the promo packs to send out to people.
Doing your own mailing.
Yeah,
I know.
And you're like, welcome to the life of an independent filmmaker. And I was like,
know.
dude, we've been there.
I know.
Cases of DVDs.
Yeah.
DVDs are how media used to be.
We still have a closet full of our DVDs.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like I was joking with my buddy. He's a director at Deloitte, and I feel like he works very hard during the weeks, but then he has his weekends and he does whatever he wants. And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't learn that.
No?
Like, I learned that when I get to a top of a ladder, I'm like, that ladder's taller. Let's see what's up
Yeah.
there.
Me sitting in Hilton Head day 2 and just hearing the roar.
Oh, I'll be
Coming up
working the
behind
whole
you.
time. I'm gonna be. So we just had a conversation with a theatrical distribution company to get us into more indie theaters to extend this road show. But like, there's research and work I have to do into that. You know,
Yeah,
like,
I know,
there's
it's
a
never just,
podcast,
like, cool.
another podcast
Yeah.
for wrestling that I have to be on. So like,
Yeah.
There's never just like, cool, I have things booked. It's like, cool, I have things booked. Now I have to like figure
Yeah.
out what I need to say for it.
Yep.
What
Yeah.
what promotion
Just
we need to
show
do
up.
beforehand.
so
what-
like when you're shooting, it's the fear of missing something.
Yeah.
And then once it's launched, it's the fear of the momentum fading.
Yeah.
So like I have a beautiful amount of momentum behind me right now.
Yeah.
I had the 8 shows. It was
Now
very
what?
successful.
Yeah.
Now what? Exactly.
Yeah,
Which
and
is,
now
like,
you walk in the next day
terrifying.
and you're like, all I want to do is sleep for a week.
Yeah.
But I know I can't because I have to like figure out what happens
Right.
next.
And go to Man's Chinese Theater and it's playing there and you just show up in a tux going,
Yeah.
bestow
One
me.
day.
Yeah.
One day. I still have not gotten to see a movie in Man's.
Yeah.
Adam did the last time we were in it. Well, not a couple times ago.
Yeah.
Last year in LA. You
Saw
got to
Paul
see
Thomas
one.
Anderson's movie in there.
Because I was at the
Which
direct.
one?
The last one.
The battle.
The battle.
Oh, One Battle?
One battle after the
Yeah.
other.
Oh.
It was, to see, because it's VistaVision, and
Yeah.
to see it print,
Yeah.
and the curtain opens up.
Oh.
And, with the best sound humans could make. And
Also,
best
I think
picture.
I think my favorite movie last year.
Oh, yeah?
To
Yeah.
see it like that, the
I
coming
still
over
have
the
not, I've
rises
still not
like
watched
that.
it yet.
Amazing. You what?
I haven't watched it yet. I
You
know.
didn't see it on the big screen?
No, because you went and saw it.
I did
Yeah.
just happened to be visiting a friend out there, and we went and saw that
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
while she was in
I was
her
at
workshop.
I was at the directors conference.
Yeah.
I was learning all about female directors.
I think you should see it on a big screen. It's worth seeing on a big screen.
I'm sure they're
There'll
gonna do
probably
it.
that end scene,
Yeah.
that end scene, honestly, that car chase,
Yeah.
like, arguably better than like Fury Road.
Really?
It was like it certainly had my
It's an
heart
apple. It's an
beating.
apples and
Okay.
oranges. I
Yeah.
would say
Yeah.
with that.
All right.
But it is. Yeah.
And
It's
don't
a
get me
long
wrong,
conversation about the movie, but
Fury Road is like
Yeah.
top
Oh.
3.
Oh,
for
I
me.
love Fury Road. Our cat's named after her.
the pirate Furiosa.
Oh, is that right?
three-legged
Because she's missing a leg.
She's missing a leg.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, but we just call her Pirate.
Yeah.
And then there's the arguments between our friends. They're like, it's after this, and it's after that. And everybody's just like, it's after Mad Max.
Yeah.
So some people get it, some people do not.
I have completely derailed the script. I'm
I know,
so
that's
sorry.
okay.
Oh,
That's
is
okay.
it okay?
No, that's what this show is for. There are
No, that's-
no
No
rules
rules?
on this
Okay,
podcast. I
good.
have a format to keep us on track.
Yeah.
Like,
It's Mike Went rules. Whatever enters our brain.
Yeah.
whatever happens, happens. So I minorly, now that we're at a pause, I will get us back on that track. So I picked themes from your documentary.
Okay.
That's our categories.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the week. Because I was like, all right, let's
Yeah,
go.
it was sports, local, and legacy. Was it legacy?
Dreamer.
Dreamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one was sports movie. What did you watch for sports movie?
So, Field of Dreams
Nice.
is a classic that I go back to.
Yeah.
And while it is a sports movie, I actually love it more because I feel like it's a fantasy movie
Yeah.
more than it's
Yeah,
a sports
I like that
movie.
about it. Mhm. Yeah,
And
because
it's touching.
Yes.
It is very
It's
heartfelt.
very sweet. Yeah.
There are ghosts in it. You know, like
Yeah, it's like
I think that's my.
Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Is what that movie is.
absolutely.
I love a movie where, and we discussed this a lot, it makes me cry every time, is when a character is able to re-interact with a loved one that they've lost. And I will fucking lose it.
Yeah.
Every time.
And I mean, that's also like a theme in my movie. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
She is like, there's a little bit of Field of Dreams in my movie. I guess I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that until this moment. But like, she's recreating her relationship with her son through going to these shows
wrestling,
with the
yeah.
wrestling. So
I mean,
Yeah,
all
it
of
is-
sports is that. I think probably
Yeah.
to most people
Yeah.
on some level. When they finally get to an age and maybe have kids at that point, you're sitting there like, that's what this is about? God damn it. I did it to myself.
I did it to
Yeah.
myself. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good movie. I have not watched it since I was young. It's been decades.
It is
since
one of
I've
my
seen that
wife's favorites. And I always
Aw,
tease
yeah.
her because I'm like, it's a fantasy movie. It's not a sports movie.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
I mean, you can go to the Field of Dreams.
I know.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend
Shit,
of ours.
they play ball there.
Yeah.
Once-
They do once a
Went-
year.
Once a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to a client of mine, and they do a big event there
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single year.
Yeah.
And they're like, and like the crane down, like whoever they had playing is the Yankees and Red Sox or some knobs like that, and they crane down, and there's Costner in the field. I'm like, this will suck. Okay, it didn't suck. Yeah, it didn't suck. It was so good.
Costner, he has similar Spielberg vibes to me these
Yeah.
years, right? Like
I can see that for sure. Yeah.
Costner back in the day was doing some very special films, and he was very good. And
Yeah.
even when he was directing, like, remind me if I'm wrong with
Yeah.
this, but like Dances with Wolves, he directed
He won Best Picture
Yeah.
Director,
Yeah.
or Best Director for that.
Yeah.
Best Director.
Yeah,
Best Picture Director.
Best Picture Director.
And that was
police,
like
police officer man.
it was a
officer.
slog of a movie. And when I say
Yeah.
slog of a movie, it was like it was what 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Correct.
It was
It starts in the Civil War, like in
Yeah.
Virginia or something.
Yeah.
It's like I got to go see the West before it goes away.
But then
Yeah.
it was like it captivated me, and I sat there
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just
I
enthralled.
love that movie.
It's so good.
And again, it's one I haven't watched for
I'm
a long
curious,
time.
like what the studio watching, like are they riding with it or they're like
Oh my god!
oh,
Oh my
can
god!
you
Oh my
imagine
taking a
god!
that
bath?
viewing, that screening, that screening room? You're
like
just
before
like,
this, like the normal screenings, like the score's not done. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
It's just quiet.
You know,
field.
Costner brought out like everyone just do a line of coke before.
Yeah.
we-
Way ahead of you, boy.
So,
Yeah.
sorry for the drug reference, kids.
Yeah, it never
Kids,
hap-
work hard, don't do drugs.
Never happens. Never happens in sports and movies and rock and roll.
Yeah.
No, ever. We
Sports movies. Oh, go ahead.
we chose Iron Claw
Oh,
Have you seen
Yeah.
that
I
one?
have seen that.
Yeah.
Well, it's also very closely related to
Because
my
it was
film.
I picked it because I wanted to pick a wrestling.
You know
film.
what? When you said best wrestling movie, that is probably. You know what? The Wrestler also.
Oh, I see. That's one I haven't watched yet either.
Oh, you should watch The Wrestler because it actually it
because that was
relates.
going to be the other one.
It
if I didn't
relates
do
to my
that
film
Yeah.
a hell of a lot because it's
Okay.
about those legacies that
Yeah.
they won't let go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
you should check
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah.
And
It's always, like-
Aronofsky, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is a great movie
Yeah.
and funny enough. Never thought I'd be here, not here, but
Right.
in life.
Yeah.
Like I hoped I'd be here one day.
Like.
Yeah. Never thought I'd be here, like launching this film
Yeah.
about wrestling. But my wife
Yeah.
and I's first date ever was to see the wrestler in the
that's
film.
awesome.
Isn't
Yeah.
that funny?
That's aggressive.
Yeah,
is aggressive
I
choice.
know that was because
Yeah.
there's some. It is
Yeah.
a dark movie.
Any Aronofsky.
I
Right,
know.
Which
I know.
answers
Sit there and
another.
go, let's go see Black Swan.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had this discussion before about first date
First
movies
dates,
that
yeah.
we've had.
Yeah.
So that's also a question on our list of
Yeah.
first date movie. Which your answer was like, I was like, why would you take your date to that? I can't remember what it was, but I
It was
was
gung ho.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's an odd choice.
Gung ho.
Yeah. I'm old. I was in middle school, okay? It wasn't like I was 30.
Right,
Yeah.
that's true. Good point. I guess I always think of you so much older than me that I was like...
This is pretty much what I looked like in middle school, too.
This is what you've looked like as long as I've known
this
you.
is how
It's
I
been
came
like,
out.
what, 15 years at this
just
point.
assume you were always
I
old.
am funny.
Funny story about me and Adam White, because I'm Adam Wilde and he's Adam White. Dear Lord, do I get a lot of texts that are addressed to Adam White.
Yeah.
It happens
Because
to him, too.
we're both-
most of our phone numbers are the same also.
Oh, yeah, we're both 216-496.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're both 216-496. Adam White, Adam Wilde.
Doing
we're
film
both in the film
Cleveland, Ohio. It's
industry.
not even like we're in L.A. where we
know.
can disappear a little bit.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
gosh.
you had a conversation with somebody where halfway through they were like, oh no, this is Adam White I'm talking.
But then they'll second guess themselves. I'm like,
Wait,
you know,
wait.
you should hang up and start again. You're not gonna recover.
Look at your phone as you're talking to
Yeah.
see which one. Which is probably what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I called the wrong person.
Totally funny. When I get like the random text about a film shooting, I'm like, oh, great, yeah, the studio's available. What are you guys looking for? And
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh.
what do you mean studio? I'm like,
Oh no.
are you looking for Adam White? If you need a shooter.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What?
I thought this was about me.
Just about airplanes.
Yeah. It's
Not
just
airplane
about
again.
airplanes.
First off.
Well,
Yeah.
you have an airplane show now.
I do.
Yours-
Yeah.
We do
with
have an airplane
Substance.
show.
Yeah. So
We're launching that very soon.
Yeah.
That you DP'd.
Yeah. On flight test.
Flight test.
Because they have
a
the festival Flight
fest.
Fest.
I know. It's very confusing. I get that done
Yeah,
too.
that's coming up soon.
It is
Yeah.
coming up. So we're launching that, I think, in August on Apple and Amazon.
nice.
And I think we are we're trying to get our campaign going right now because we're trying to. Our first big hit is going to be Flight Fest. So Flight
Right.
Fest this year is down at
The Dayton Air Force
the
Museum.
Dayton Air Force
Are they
Museum.
screening the show down there?
They're gonna screen. I think we're gonna screen an episode or
Nice.
two down there for that.
On the IMAX screen.
Oh,
Jesus!
yeah.
I didn't know there was an IMAX screen.
yeah,
it
in
is.
the Air Force Museum.
Yeah.
We
have
know
a
we know somebody.
Do you?
We'll
talk.
hook you up.
All right.
We'll talk offline.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we'll hook you up with Mary.
But yeah, we're gonna screen a couple episodes. We're gonna really hit that because it's gonna be like I think potentially 10,000 people a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's massive.
we're just gonna geo target that. Like
Yeah, there
check
you
out
go.
the Flight Test TV show.
Yeah.
So that should
That'll
be
be great.
exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a fun show.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mythbusters solely with model airplanes.
Airplanes.
Yeah,
There's fun stuff.
That's
in
exactly
there.
it. There's explosions. There's
Yeah.
laughter.
Multiple
You will
times.
feel good about yourself. There's nothing bad about it.
And
Yeah.
to quote a Superman poster, this summer you will believe a pig can fly.
That should be on the poster.
yeah, exactly.
Marketing.
Idea guy.
Iron Claw.
Yes, Iron Claw.
Oh,
So-
Iron Claw.
I enjoyed it. I think, like, because I saw the trailer. I didn't know anything about it. Watched the trailer, and I was like, oh, this seems really interesting. So, because he's like, what are we watching?
Pile of talent in it.
Oh
Yeah.
Jeremy Allen White, like
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you allow it. Like, everybody is very clearly like 38 years old or older.
yeah. Zac Efron looking not like Zac Efron.
Yeah, it was really.
It took
was
me
a
a
little
minute.
hard for me
Oh, yeah.
with
Like-
Zac Efron because he's.
So I was
Bro.
like, is this plastic surgery? Is this? And then
Bro,
like,
you are
did you
huge.
learn about the story? Like,
yeah,
he like slipped on a slippery. Like, do you remember
yeah.
what? Luposlipophobia. It was the fear of being chased by wolves on a hardwood floor while wearing socks. It was like the Far Side. I think it was the Far Side. Luposlipophobia. But I imagine I think that's like what happened to him,
Yeah.
right? He like was wearing socks on a hardwood floor and he slipped and he like broke his jaw on
This really happened?
the
What?
corner of something and. Apparently, that's why he looks different these days. That and probably testosterone and peptides.
Yeah, I mean, come on, he's so muscular, like you just the veins,
The
like he's like
vascularity.
sleeping, like it
Oh,
opens
yeah.
on him like sleeping, and it's just like all these veins are.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
like you're watching, like, you did the Hugh Jackman. Like, you're dehydrated for like 7 months.
This is
Oh
gross.
yeah, I think he talked about that, and he's like,
Yeah.
was it him? Maybe he was talking about being for Baywatch, but for one of those
Oh, yeah.
jobs, one of those roles he did, he's like, no one should ever do this.
No.
They all
Like,
say that. The
yeah,
guy
like,
who,
this is not pleasurable.
Henry
I'm not
Cavill said
enjoying
the
my
same
life.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
nobody should do this.
Yeah.
No.
Just have headaches.
Which
for
is
4
why I
days.
have a spare tire, guys. Like,
I know.
Because we are healthy.
yeah,
We don't do that.
yeah,
We watch our bodies.
exactly.
And myself, like, all those muscles is just gross to me. Like, I'm like, scale it back.
Yeah.
Take that 50% down. And like, him being in that shape, you're just like, ugh.
I know.
It's too
But
alien
it's
and weird.
intense.
I don't know.
With the movie,
Yeah.
I can't. That guy who plays his dad, which he's wonderful in everything, and I can't think of the actor's name.
Oh, now I can't even see his face.
He's a wonderful son of a bitch in that movie.
Yeah.
It is so
He plays
good.
a lot of son of bitches,
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
he? Like
He-
that's
His
like
thing.
his niche.
He goes into it.
Niche.
Niche?
I know. I just had this conversation with Jeff today because I said niche, he said niche, and I was like,
Wait.
which one are you? And he's like, and I think I go back and forth. And then I just went back and
know.
forth after I made fun of him.
Yeah,
So
I think we just did this last podcast with another word, and I'm like, wait, I don't say that. Why would I say it?
Was it Gemini?
No.
That was last week when we were doing space stuff.
No, this
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
I can't even remember anymore. You guys know.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you watched the show.
Anyway, that guy was wonderfully horrible in
Yeah.
that movie.
I
Like,
really enjoy.
a bastard.
I like a good story where I like a period piece and set in the 70s, 70s, 80s, and then it gets to 90s, I think.
yeah.
And a family story, and I like that the turn of him being like, it's a curse. Like,
Yeah.
I can't go home to my family because they're going to get cursed
It's
with
a
this
very
family
sad
curse.
movie.
and he finally
It's so
figures
sad.
out there's only one curse here.
He's watching his dad do the thing with his brother, and he's like, oh.
Yep.
That's it.
But it is very sad. Like, he loses all his brothers. And, like,
He even lost more brothers than there were in the movie. Did you do the research afterwards?
Well, 'cause-
there was one where they're like, they just didn't include that also killed
really?
himself.
Oh, Jesus.
And they were like, how much can the viewers take?
Yeah.
You know?
It is heartbreaking because he mentioned in the beginning, he's like, I lost my little brother. And they never talk about how he died. And, like, you get the sequence at the end where they're all
It's an
reunited.
interesting choice of them
Yeah.
in Valhalla or wherever they're
Yeah,
at.
it was a
know.
really interesting filmmaker choice for sure to put
And
them all back together.
Like, it started, I'm like, oh no. But then it keeps going. I'm like, it warmed to me that we were doing that.
Yeah.
It got better. Yeah, when you start, you're like, oh shit. But like here's the thing that bothered me about that movie, and it's a story structure thing. And like I think it's because we said it's like kind of structureless, and you're like, I mean, it still
It gets
works.
a little messy.
I still
here and there.
enjoyed it, but like in the very beginning, I'm like, where are we going?
Yeah.
But there's a part in it where the dad's like, I'm flipping the coin to see who gets to be the go for the world championship, and the not Zac Efron, but the other brother wins it, so he gets to go on and be the world champion. And in the end, when that guy's dead in the boat, there's the coin next to him, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing. And I'm like, I think that they missed the opportunity, like somewhere in the story
Yeah.
they missed that, like it's a flip of the coin, like
Yeah.
it could have been him.
That's a screenwriting thing. So
Yeah.
that's where you have to, if you have a motif,
Yeah.
you have to hit it at least 3 to 4 times in
It
order
was-
to follow
Rule of
it
threes.
through.
It was
Yeah.
it was an orphaned bit, and
I liked it,
What-
but I was like, also like, oh, like they fucking missed that.
Yeah.
they did.
somewhere.
And
Yeah.
whether it be in docs or with a biopic like this, and we run into it a lot when people are, particularly when individuals are still alive or they're really knee deep in the lore of this combat squadron or whatever.
Right,
like,
yeah.
you have to include this. You have to include
Yeah,
this.
I think
like,
there was slightly too much
you
of that.
don't.
Yeah.
You put that in the book
Yeah.
Right.
because you are beholden to the audience.
Yeah.
Correct.
No matter what. So
Keep them engaged and keep them educated. And when I
Yeah.
say educated, keep them understanding what you're setting up. The
Exactly.
mashed potatoes
Set
and
up,
the fucking
knock it down.
devil's
Yeah.
tower, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's every time we make anything, Adam's like, set it up. And I'm like,
then knock it down later.
knock it down.
Yep.
You're going to knock it down later.
I mean, we're being rough on that movie, but they also they kind of screwed the pooch on that in a couple of different places. And one thing that's somewhat difficult with biopics is so many of them try to do cradle to grave instead of going, we're going to take that section, and that's the interesting part. And I think this one. You have to do the breadth because the breadth of what happens to this family is the interesting
Interesting
part.
Yep.
But they had. I don't
I
think.
mean, it's a difficult one to do.
I think
for
they
sure.
weren't. They could have been a little more disciplined on what is feeding the themes of the story and what to include.
Yeah,
as opposed to.
it's just, it was lacking in a couple areas for me. And as an overall, I really liked it. And then the end of the movie where he's like, sitting in the field watching his kids play, and
Yeah.
they're like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I don't have brothers." And he's like, "I'm not a brother. I'm not a brother anymore." And I'm like, "That's fucking heartbreaking."
Oh yeah, it got me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
pretty good.
the kids are like, "Well,
That's
we're
pretty good.
brothers."
Yeah,
Zach, the guy from Baywatch is making me have feels.
I know. Yeah,
Well, I used to watch him in High School Musical with my
Right.
nephew, and I babysit.
yeah.
So, like, that's all that I always think of. I'm like, that's that same kid.
Weren't there like 6 of those, like High School Musical, the
Oh,
musical,
they
High
went
School
on
Musical, the musical, the musical,
forever.
and yeah.
Oh, my nephew loved that movie.
Yeah.
It was on a lot.
Somebody is going, let's reboot that.
Yeah.
Who directed it? Do you remember?
Do
I
not.
don't.
Okay.
But I do. The Iron Claw. His
Was it
movie-
A24?
It's an
Yes.
A24 movie.
Okay.
The Iron Claw, when he grabs his guy's head, I'm like, I do that to my cat all the time.
Oh, of course.
So now every time
Yeah.
I go to do the cat, I'm like, Iron
Here,
Claw.
kitty.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, hey.
Yeah. So my biggest gripe with that film,
Yeah.
not necessarily about the film, it was that I already knew the mythos and the story
yeah.
Yeah.
going
It doesn't
into
get
it.
revealed to you as you go.
Yeah. So,
I could feel that weight. Like as it was
Yeah.
going, like I feel like there's a shit ton of people that know what this is all
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Because
like-
I like that. I didn't know anything.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it would have been just so much more devastating
Yeah.
if I didn't already know. Because
Yeah.
now I'm just expecting it,
Yeah.
as opposed to being shocked and terrified and horrified by it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the reveal of him, Carrie, when he wins, and then he's like, I'm just going to go for a motorcycle
Right.
ride. And you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
And then they show him like open the fridge and he's missing like the
Yeah.
bottom half of his leg. You're like, oh no.
But when I told you guys like I loved wrestling when I was a kid,
Yeah.
Texas Twister
Yeah.
was one of the wrestlers that like. So when I found out later in life that he didn't
Yeah.
have a foot,
Yeah.
and, like,
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like,
I was
what?
like, that's amazing because
Yeah.
like you never knew.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Which is, I'm going to leapfrog with that because the other movie we picked for the movie with a dreamer, and I feel like I was duped picking this one. Like because of the marketing. Like the trailer I did not understand this is what this movie would be, but also had a character who loses the same part of their leg. So when we watched
Right.
that next, I was like, what the hell? And it kind of has the
A
same
lot of feet missing.
I think it's a reveal of her like pulling the blanket off,
Yeah.
and, like her leg is missing. And I'm like, we picked Song Sung Blue
Okay.
because when I was at the conference last year, the Alliance of Women Directors Conference, the cinematographer was talking
right,
about
she was there.
because she had just finished doing that and she was presenting it, and I was like, oh, I really want to watch this movie because I'm like, it's all gonna be like, you know, this guy who's like, I want to like sing Neil Diamond songs and like, you know, has this big idea for him like to do. And I was like, that's not what this movie is at all. It is horribly sad and like it's a rug pull. I was like, I was
and
crying a
I
lot.
resisted so hard watching
Yeah.
this movie because back in the 70s, my
Yeah.
mom would play that song incessantly.
When you
Yeah.
said that, you're like,
Like,
I don't want the song.
do not
I was
want
like,
this goddamn song in my head again.
I
And
didn't
it's
even,
really not part of the movie.
No,
that
I didn't
much.
even know that was a song title until we started
I'm
watching
like,
it. I was like,
no, don't do this. But in getting, I mean, Goldie Hawn's daughter, what's her name? She's the lead in it.
that's terrible. I can't.
Yeah,
even
her
remember.
and Hugh Jackman are wonderful in this movie, and you
They're very good.
like I'm watching, like this is pretty good, and I pan over and like
Kate
you
Hudson.
are.
I
What's
was
that?
Kate Hudson?
Yes,
Kate
yeah,
Hudson,
yeah.
yes.
Sobbing.
And you are sobbing.
was
You
like-
are a hot mess.
I haven't seen it.
How are you not upset about it? It is. So we talk about like those like actors who can act. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there is this moment where Hugh.
They
so,
find
like,
their beats.
like the bit is like these two fall in love. It's more of a love story, and like they fall in love and go around doing Neil Diamond covers. They have a Neil Diamond cover band, and this horrible thing happens to Kate Hudson. And she loses her leg, and you're watching it, and like it's all like everything's great, and you're like, no, because they kind of like pan, and
Oh,
you're
it's
like,
such a good moment.
and you're like,
It's horrific.
something's
but
bad's gonna happen, because they just show her in the yard, and you're like, something bad's gonna happen to her, and it does. She gets hit by a car, and like like loses her leg, and now she's like gets fucked up from all the drugs she's on, and like now it's just the struggle, and so they finally get her. Hugh Jackman finally gets her out of the house and to do a performance. And so they're on stage singing with each other. And he, like, the way Hugh Jackman looks at her and like is singing, like he's like, there she is. Like he has this moment of he's like, I brought her back.
Are there many actors better than Hugh Jackman?
And you're like, God damn it! And I just started crying.
Like, I just go back to Prisoners with him, and it's like
he's
everything he touches.
He's so good.
Like even if it's like Wolverine, like
he's great in it.
He's great.
I remember, in the '90s when they cast him and everybody lost their shit.
Yeah.
Like a song and dance man.
I know.
Gonna be Wolverine.
And in this movie, him and Kate Hudson get in a fight, and he starts, getting that gravelly yelling. I'm like, there's Wolverine.
Yeah,
Right there. There he is.
I was like, it's, like I picked the category because like in your film, it's like all these people have these dreams and these aspirations, which, like we do as well. And I was like, I want to like, let's watch something with a character like that. And I was like, it's kind of there. It's more tragedy in this movie, and I was like, I feel like
that's like one of the sides of the coin to it. There's a scene very early on in the movie because he's trying to be. He's like, I just want to make a living and entertain people and sing. And he's sitting there, and there's a couple of guys around the table, and there's like some what you think are money people over there, and he's pitching himself to like these guys are like, so you sing songs in that like that, and he's
like, great, like.
I hate this meeting. I have been in this meeting. I have been in this meeting this week. Oh my god!
Because he's trying to like get him to like book him, and be his manager. And they're like, and he's like, because they're in a casino, and he's like selling because he thinks it's the guy who owns the casino.
Yeah.
And he stands up. He's like, he's like, are you in? And he's like, yeah, I'm in. And he's like, great. And he stands up and he puts this bus driver hat on, and he's like, all right, everybody, get back on the bus.
I've been pitching myself for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
excuse me a second.
Why did I pitch myself to this guy? But he ends up being his manager, and he does do a good job.
We feel that. Like, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
I know you know what I'm talking about.
I'm like, why did I just pitch to this person? Like, this is nobody. What are we doing?
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I'm happy he's excited, but I still have to go home and eat cottage cheese for dinner.
That's one of the dreamer aspects, the following your passion. Like, are we broken? Like, we are grown adults and like we can't let it go, but like, I'm just chasing it.
I'm like,
so many people that we know cannot do what we do, and vice versa. Like we see them have the other life and going to you talked about it, having the regular job, and on the weekend, like, I am punched out and I don't think about it until I walk back in. I'm like, that's not me.
It's not me.
People can do that.
I sometimes envy that.
Yeah,
I do.
Too. I wish I could.
It seems rather peaceful.
Yeah,
but also, the highs.
Oh, I know.
And the highs that these guys feel.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that you feel at a screening.
Yeah. It's because you've had the moment of being on set and going, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah. Just that moment where you create something.
Yeah.
And like, there's that, I don't know if it's ADHD hyperfixation or I don't know if it's just like being on the high, but like every time, even like coming up as a photographer, I would do a shoot that I was really into.
Yeah.
I would just like sleep deprive, but I wouldn't even feel it.
Because you get excited because it's like Christmas coming.
Work on it all night long until like stare at it, walk away, stare at it, walk away. You know, like until I got it to where I was like, this is it. But like, there's like something about that creation where you're like, I did this.
I did it. I made this, and it's awesome. I love it. I just had this. We have a social media manager who's helping me with ghost toilet stuff, and she's like, "How you feeling?" Because it's like our second day of the thing, and I'm like, I don't know. Like,
how am I supposed to feel?
Yeah. I'm like, is there $100,000 in there yet? Because I'm not feeling great about it.
No, like, well, we're not hitting.
There's success or abject failure. There's no gray.
Right. I'm like, well, we're not hitting the goal that they say you're supposed to be hitting. So I'm like, not great, but I'm like, I'm positive, and like, I just gotta try. I'm like, I'm just in this point where I'm like, I just have to try. Yeah. Like, and if I didn't, I'd be like, because we always say the answer is no unless you ask. So like, and I spent most of the day reaching out to people being like, hey, like, do you want to, share this? Or like, can we do a story about it? Or, and I was like, like most of these people are just going to read it and not look for an answer. But like, if I didn't do it, like, I wouldn't know that the answer is no. So, and like, somebody's probably going to say yes. There's a couple the one we did at TRG, we did Cleveland Confessional.
Yeah.
And I reached out to them, and there's one that we're going to be on, Unfiltered Brew. And it was just like, here's this information. And like, immediately they're like, this sounds amazing. So I was like, okay, confirmation that it's like, I have a good idea. So like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's the dumb dreamer in me. I wish I didn't. And like every day I'm like, this is the last one. This is the last one we're doing. And then like you come up with this idea and
Oh,
you're
I get
like,
it.
okay,
I have two
like,
screenplays. I've got
yeah.
another one I'm writing.
Oh my God, yeah.
I have the documentary I'm working on.
I have a list. I'm going to start talking to somebody next month about another documentary.
Yeah.
And I had a dumb
Yeah.
idea one day at breakfast going, this is a good idea. Like, now it's becoming a thing.
Stupid brain.
So, stupid
Stupid brain.
And
Just
I'm like,
doesn't turn off.
don't act
No.
on it. Don't do it. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare until it pays off.
Yeah. And then you're like, that was
It's
awesome.
so sweet.
Yeah.
when it pays.
It's so sweet when it pays
You're
off.
like, wow, somebody liked it. Somebody liked my movie.
I know.
Oh shit, that worked.
Yeah, it worked.
What's
And
the
then you're
hardest
like,
part of filmmaking? Whatever stage you're at.
all of it.
Yeah, that's
every
what
moment.
they say, right?
And that's
That's what
like
they say.
when we teach the students, we're always like, you have to love this or you can't do this.
No, go
Like,
be an
you're
investment
never
banker.
gonna make it.
That
You're
was
never
actually
gonna make it.
literally a line from Johnny Gargano in my film.
That's
about
what I think.
wrestling.
That's what I think. I was like in the audience, like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, I'm sad.
Yeah,
Like-
it's literally verbatim, exactly that line.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That's when I was like, oh my god, I'm identifying with a giant wrestler. I don't
Yeah.
wrestle, but I understand what you're saying.
Human story is a human story.
It's a human story.
Yeah, you have to, and you have to keep moving forward because there are so many obstacles. There are self-made obstacles. There are obstacles you can't even realize that exist, and like you just have to keep crawling over every single obstacle just to finish
end.
what you want to do.
And the good work. It still involves luck.
Yeah.
But
every time.
the good work allows
Allows for
the
the
luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Even in
still
my
luck.
film, like I talk like most great documentarians
Yeah.
are lucky.
Yeah.
And like there was a scene in my film where like it was one of the ending scenes where I happened to be at a Monday Night Raw with my son and one of the most famous wrestlers in the world gives this heart-touching speech dedicated to the guy who passed away in my film. And I happened to be there and I was just like with my iPhone like oh, can't move, going back to my like music video DP days on a fucking iPhone.
You're like,
Locking my elbows to my
Yeah.
side, you know, and then
Happening.
yeah, just capturing that moment. But like, it closed my film.
Film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Like,
you have to.
the chances of that happening and like
I know.
yeah, even like any of it, like all of it, any of it happening and making it and
I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's just like, and then about the hustle. Going back to what my experience right now with my film, which is again off track. I apologize.
no,
But
no rules.
I,
Supporting that
Yeah.
track.
Everything is that's
because
why we
it's
keep
the
coming
dreamers.
back to it.
I know. I was ChatGPTing, and I hate AI, but
Yeah.
I was ChatGPTing just like what are some distribution companies that could actually help me at this stage.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not looking for digital distribution. I have a potential couple buyers that are like sniffing, but like I need help with the theatrical release. So like I just got some, and one was I think it was a Bramorama, and I emailed them.
Yeah.
That night, I went to a film. I went to Disclosure Day,
Yeah.
actually a promo screening with Dave Huffman, who's the new director of Cleveland Cinemas.
Yeah.
Great, dear friend of mine. And I was like, you know, a Bramorama, I just happened to email them today about my film. And he's like, Tom Hassel from Bramorama, he was emailing me the other day and called
Oh my
me
god,
an
that's
old
awesome.
friend.
Yeah.
So-
do you think the Cinematech will show Slowburn Shoot?
Do I think or do I know?
What are we allowed to talk about?
Can you tell us?
I can tell you.
Speaking of,
There will be one more Cleveland
Yay!
screening of Slowburn Shoot,
Nice.
and it will be at the Cinematech. I'm not going to announce the date yet because I
Okay,
want
that's-
Dave to be able to announce
That's
that.
Do his
but-
own thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but yes, so that's exciting.
that's awesome. Yeah, I
So
was
there
like,
you guys,
oh,
you got a scoop. Heard it here first.
You're welcome.
I love this. I love the Cinematech. So that's really
It's a
cool.
great
Yeah.
theater, great theater, and I'm so happy for Dave because it's
Yeah.
like it's his dream job. So
Yeah, yeah.
But I talked to him that night, and he's like, "I know this guy. He's their booker." So he emailed the next day, connected me with the booker, and then the booker said, "Give me a call." So I called him, and we had this like 45-minute amazing, deep conversation about
Nice.
not only the film but just life and
Yeah.
where he was at in life, where I was at in life, and he's like, "I think I have a better spot for you with this film." So then he connected me with this other theatrical distribution company. We just did a phone call, but like.
Nice.
The hustle leads to opportunity, and
Yep.
opportunity leads to this weird domino effect of like,
Yeah.
if I didn't do this, I wouldn't have said this. I
Yep.
wouldn't have had him know him. I wouldn't have had him connect me. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
gotten here.
The
It's
throwing
like
it
they-
out there.
Yeah.
It's the universe connecting you. And like, I mean, like, yeah, if you didn't sit there and go, I'm going to look on ChatGPT, and it just randomly gives you
But
that.
also,
So-
it's the quality of the work
Well,
that
Yeah.
allows for any of this
Yes.
to even happen. I
Yeah.
mean, how many aviation stories did we get based on the other aviation stories that we
I mean, we
have done?
kind of had to, because you talk about gaining trust. The Beyond the Powder that we were just talking about has been on PBS for 12?
Yeah.
Did you say 12 or 14?
Yeah. But to do that one, I'm filming all these women running this air race, and I have to get past their organization first. And they were like, well, we got to take it to the board. Because, like, the person who I knew was on the board, and she's like, okay, like, I'm going to talk to him about it.
But then they just slide that across.
Well, yeah, because they were like, we don't want it to be Real Housewives of the Air. And she's like, all
Because
right.
that's what they thought documentaries
Documentaries were. So, like, she had to,
reality TV.
Yeah.
yeah, she had to,
Oh,
like,
no.
be like,
'Cause
here's their actual other
there is
work.
a-
And they're like, oh, okay.
There was a hot period kind of in 06, 08
Mm-hmm.
type area that the Emmy Awards were combined into non-scripted.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
And because my teacher Julia Reichert, she like they made something and they go to the Emmys and like there's this intergalactic freak show party of like Snooki and all that shit and hillbilly
no.
hand fishing over there. But then there's also like Nova and like this little cluster of
Right. Like people who are
actual
actually
documentary
making
filmmakers, and that
documentary.
helps
Yeah.
sort of muddy the waters with that. So the public
Right, they're like, wait.
for
they're
a
just
while
gonna like
thought
come
documentaries
film us.
is Real Housewives.
I was like, are you guys like the Real Housewives?
I got a sneaking suspicion that somebody was tipping their hand at
Yeah, and
their
they're like-
own guilt.
Yeah.
Maybe. And they're like, we have to. They're like, everybody be on your best behavior.
Yeah, they straightened up for you.
Yeah, maybe. That's our theory.
Yeah,
That's funny.
What'd you watch for a movie with a dreamer?
So, I had to cheat a little bit because I have two kids. So, like, I did something that would entertain them and also
Yeah.
fill the criteria.
Yeah.
So, I did Goonies.
I love the Goonies. You would be surprised. I think we talk about, Adam brings up Alien almost every podcast. So I'm like, I need a counter.
yeah.
And I was like, I think Goonies comes up more
Yeah.
than Aliens.
Yeah.
Every guest for like.
It's
picks
a
that.
great
Yeah.
great
we
film.
showed that to our nieces, and we're like, "Oh, they curse a lot more in this than I remember."
I know.
Our nieces
Yeah.
loved it, and my nephew, who's
Because it's
now-
like real storytelling at
Yeah.
this point. It's not. It's children are in it. It's not a children's story.
Correct.
No, it's and like we talk about this all the time with like those movies are like
There's
it
Academy
allows
Award winners in
kids
that.
to behave like grown-ups.
Yeah.
Where they're like there aren't not really parents present. They're just kind of can do whatever they want. And that's why we liked
Gen X.
right? Skeleton Crew so much is
Yeah.
because like the parents get eliminated
Yeah.
and like the kids have to step up and like
Yeah.
But I was just texting with my nephew who's
I like most of Skeleton Crew.
yeah,
It falls off the table.
it
here and
does.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not perfect, but I like the feel.
That's what I actually feel about a lot of those Star Wars stories. Like, Ahsoka is
Yeah.
probably one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this
The show.
started so strong. It was 4 or 5 episodes.
Like it
and
came
then it's
hard
just
into
like-
being like that Ronin
Yeah.
lifestyle
Yeah.
type thing.
Yeah.
Like when she showed up in the Mandalorian, like, oh damn,
I know.
Yeah.
and then and it kind of lost its
But
way.
like at the end, it was
I
like,
concur.
what, zombie
Yeah.
stormtroopers.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think
like,
here's the. I don't remember a lot of the second
you
half
fell
because
asleep.
I kept falling asleep during
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up, I'm like, what happened? And Adam's like, it doesn't matter.
And it's episodes of the zombie stormtroopers. Like,
Yeah.
cut an episode out of this and let's
See-
tell your story faster.
You saying those words, I have no memory of this.
Yeah.
yeah.
What? I did like, what was the last one they did that they didn't renew?
Oh, the Apprentice? The
Acolyte? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
There's
there
some-
was good stuff.
There's
Yeah.
good stuff in that.
Where I
There
like-
was good stuff in that.
Yeah, but I didn't like the lead. The gal who was the lead.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was the most
She bothered
uninteresting
me.
part of it.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think she had anything to her. Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoever that is, but I was like, I'm just not interested
Yeah,
in
it was
her.
kind of poorly written.
But I love the villain, who was also played by the guy from, what's the TV show that we love where they
Good
go
Place?
to The Good Place?
I don't know The Good Place. He was in The Good Place too?
And he plays this like idiot.
On the Good Place, like
Yeah.
some idiot from
He's just like a
Jacksonville.
dope.
He kind of plays an idiot in the first half of the Acolyte,
Yeah.
right?
And then
Until
it
we-
Yeah,
turns.
and no, he
Yeah.
becomes he's a great villain.
He is
in
a good
that.
villain.
I was
Yeah,
like, oh, I wanna see
there was
more of
good
that.
stuff in that, but
Yeah.
it would be interesting, like, because there's kind of a reset going on right now.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy's gone, and
Yeah.
Right.
see what they're going to start kicking.
Yeah,
out the
what's his
door.
face?
Dave Filoni.
Filoni has full control now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see what.
And like his first movie was just in the theaters, Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah,
and
I
it
don't
was
know.
like okay.
We didn't even go see it.
it
Yeah.
felt unfocused as to who it was for.
Yeah, kind of.
It just felt like a Mandalorian episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was like cool because I like the Mandalorian, but like not a Star Wars cinematic experience.
No.
I'd be
Yeah,
curious
right,
as to what Starfighter, or is that the name of the movie?
Starfighter,
Starfighter
yeah,
was in that one
with Gosling.
Like, there's real movie stars in this
yeah,
thing. Like,
I know.
Yeah, we'll see what they're able to cook up with that.
And then I think like they're taking Ahsoka and a lot of those characters into a theater, right?
Are they?
Sounds
I don't know. The
familiar.
rumors
Yeah.
change like every 4 months.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
we're going to do this. No, you're not.
But there's a new Rey movie coming out.
There was.
Oh. Is it still
I keep
happening?
waiting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I keep waiting for
Yeah.
confirmation that somebody's actually put it on a docket
I
somewhere.
know.
Yeah.
Is it time to talk about like are they just chasing the dragon? You
Kinda.
know?
Yeah. I
Nobody is willing to sit for a second
I know.
Right.
and let us be wanting.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
it'd be
For
cool
it.
to see another one of those. Like, I just think we're too inundated.
We're too inundated, and
Yeah.
they're all of their what they derive. The lessons learned are all always the most incorrect ones. What they derived from the fuckery of Solo. They saw. They looked at that and went, "We can't recast the legacy characters." Like
So if you took Solo out of Solo,
yeah.
and watched it as a standalone Star Wars movie,
Yeah.
would you enjoy it?
I enjoy it now.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
I enjoy it now.
I didn't enjoy it the first time I watched it
'Cause you're
because
too-
I was too stuck on Han Solo.
of the fuckery,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
But
And then when you're
once
like,
I
don't think about it.
separated
yeah.
myself from that,
They
and I watched it,
recast-
I was like, "This is actually a great movie."
It's a really good
they
movie.
recast
Yeah.
James T. Kirk
Yeah, that's true.
super successfully for
True.
Star Trek.
So successfully.
Yeah.
That's the lesson is
Yeah.
that you came out with Star Wars 9 and Solo within, I think it was like within 5 months of each.
Yeah, it was
close.
too close.
It was too close, and you hired 2 directors that you should not
Shouldn't have
have
done. Yeah.
given it to them. I love Lord and Miller.
Yeah.
They do great stuff, and then they somehow were surprised by the work. And like, are you not watching the dailies? What?
I know.
Right. And
What-
then they tried to make them shift it, and you're like, now you're just,
So then Ron Howard's brought in to reshoot like 3/4 of the movie.
yeah.
So that was behind in being trashed right from the outset. But
Yeah.
the lessons that are like, okay, we're never recasting Luke Skywalker,
Yeah, which is dumb.
Princess Leia, or Han Solo.
Because you
ever
know
again.
who would make a great Luke Skywalker?
Sebastian Stan.
100%.
He looks just like
Winter
100%.
Yeah.
Soldier.
Yeah.
And there's a good like half dozen actresses that could do Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've lined it up. Speaking of Ahsoka, at the end of that series, like
Right.
they're coming back. It's in the middle of the fucking rebellion,
Yeah.
and they've brought up Princess Leia several times.
I
in
know, they kept
Ahsoka.
hinting at her,
Like,
and I'm like, ah.
you have written yourselves into a corner.
Yeah.
You have to show Princess Leia and
Yeah.
do
One of
not
my favorite
make a
characters
digital
ever.
character
Yeah.
again.
I know.
Or I may get in a truck with a
Yeah, the
pitchfork.
Luke digital, like, while it was an amazing moment, what was that? Was that Mando 2?
Yeah.
And Mando 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
did
an
like that episode where he shows
amazing
up.
moment.
When he
and
comes
we
in
saw
hard.
him
Yeah.
as the badass that he could
Yeah.
be. Because we never
Yeah.
really saw that in the
No.
original Star Wars.
No, it
right?
ends.
No.
That's why everybody's like, when we do, the Anakin
Yeah.
Obi-Wan fight, this is what
Yeah.
they can possibly
And it was
be.
like the equivalent to what Rogue One did to
Yes.
Vader
Yeah.
at that
Yeah.
last
Rogue One's
scene.
awesome.
Rogue
That's
One
might be my favorite.
I think it's my favorite.
It's Star Wars for grown-ups.
It is.
Yeah.
It's Saving Private Ryan with Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
That's so good.
And it is applicable in
good.
no way.
yeah.
And and the hardest part of Rogue One is the whole time you're like, I know all these people die, and I love these characters.
You
I love
know
that.
they die,
Yeah.
and you still love it.
Yeah.
That's like and there was a bunch of reshoots for that, so I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah.
But like, that's how you know you have something good is
Yeah.
when you care and
Yeah.
you already know the ending.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah. Jyn Erso is like one of my favorite characters ever. She's
Yeah.
so fucking good. You're
great.
like, and you can never have her again.
know.
Which I kind of love. That's it.
That's it.
You get
Yeah.
that piece, and that's it. Like, I don't need, because I think then it killed, like, there's a lot of things that are so good that just get killed because of the oversaturation. Where they're like, people liked it, let's do it again. And you're like, no.
Calm
just let
yourself.
Yeah.
We
Let
used to
that
have a
be.
Star Wars movie every 3 years.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, I remember in
And
high
salivated.
in
and
high
thought,
school
this is great,
watching-
even with Ewoks.
Yeah.
Right. The first three, I know I watched them as a kid, but in high school I rediscovered them
Yeah.
because they re-released them in the theater. So I went to see Star Wars on the big
And what?
screen.
You're my age? Are you my age?
Yeah, probably.
46?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 46.
46.
Yeah. Club 19. I always say Club 1980 because it's
Yeah.
the year I was
Okay, I was 79. Like
Okay.
3 months of
Okay.
79.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I missed it by a month.
Yeah.
But those came out in high school, and I went with my friend and her family to go see Star Wars, and I'm like, like I need to get out of the house. I'll go with them. And I was like, oh my god, this isn't like on the big screen. I was like, holy shit, I love this.
Yeah.
And went home, and I was like, all right, Empire Strikes Back. And it was like every night, like so I'd watch one a night. And Empire Strikes Back, I was like, I had to go to school the next morning. It was late, and I was like, I can't stay up and watch the next one. And the whole day in school, I was just like, what the fuck happens to Han Solo? Could not focus.
Yeah.
Could not. And my friends like, I'll tell you. And I was like, do not ruin it.
Frozen in carbonite. Don't know where he ends up.
Well, Harrison
Heartbroken.
Ford went contract to
Heartbreaking.
contract, and it's like maybe we don't get him if he doesn't resign.
Is that a real thing?
That's a real
Yeah.
thing.
That's why they
Harrison
froze
Ford-
him?
He was,
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, he was not on for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Again, constrictions make. Yep.
Yeah, because you're on this cliffhanger, and I was
Yeah.
like, if I had to wait 3 fucking years to
Yeah.
see that, I was like, I wouldn't have made it. I would not have made it because I love Han Solo and Princess Leia together.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I haven't seen a trilogy in years that made me anticipate the next one as much as
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
maybe like I can't even think of anything that's.
No, I mean,
Few of them, maybe Lord of the Rings to a certain extent.
yeah,
It's also-
but you're still kind of
But
like,
most of the sequels don't do lead ups like
Yeah.
that are on continuations. I think because
Yeah.
they're afraid nobody had the brass balls that Lucas did of going, of course it's going to be 3.
Yeah.
We're making 3, so
Yeah.
make it a cliffhanger. It's like, well, boss, what if it doesn't make any money?
Yeah.
Well, then
The
yeah.
biggest independent film in the history of the world
Yeah.
was The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Because 20th Century Fox gave up. He wouldn't let Fox have any of the money. He's like, you do the distribution. That was a sweetheart deal that echoed through the universe.
Yeah.
When he did Star Wars, and they said, we'll do this. And he's like, I get all the merchandising. And they're like, and the sequel rights.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like,
Whatever, dude.
yeah,
I should
but
just
like,
be happy that we're putting out
That's
your
not
movie.
a thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, not then it wasn't.
No,
Like, he started that.
I was part, having seen Star Wars in the theater in '77. I was part of the Kenner empty box
Yeah.
promotion where Kenner was not ready for selling Star Wars figures, and my parents bought me an empty fucking box.
I think we were watching a documentary about that, and I go, "Did you get an empty box?"
I absolutely got an empty box. We will make Star Wars figures at some point because they absolutely missed Christmas.
We
Yeah.
have. You saw
Oh,
the
yeah.
shoebox of all your Star Wars characters.
So I turned a lot of mine into Christmas ornaments by like
Oh, that's a
hot
good
glowing
idea.
string onto the
Nice.
back of them, and then
Yeah.
like my son hangs them up on
Yeah.
his tree.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sacrificed thousands of dollars. possibly.
Hammerhead and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chewbacca. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we have. I think.
There's a Chewie laying in
Chewie's
there
around
somewhere.
here somewhere.
Oh, this is a great actually ornament. I don't have this.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
usually
yeah.
try to get Star Wars ornaments.
I found it. Is that? I don't
It's
know.
probably
where I found it.
Hallmark. Hallmark
It's
does them
probably
all.
a
Hallmark, yeah, that was a
one.
Hallmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my COVID project, was doing the Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to be neat because it's the Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chewie
thought-
fell over somewhere. He lives here somewhere. He's
Yeah,
just
he's
gone.
in there somewhere.
but
I've
those are
used
really
I've used the
cool.
Star Wars figures. I've lined them up in the bar and filmed them with my phone as a animatic for clients.
He'd be like, "This is what the shot will
Like,
be."
we should do a push in through this,
Yeah.
past Chewie, and then we're gonna go to this. And they're like, I understand what you were talking about now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you're a nerd.
She's well aware.
Oh.
She's like dorks. I'm like,
Yeah. But I got my point across, and now we're going to be very clear when we go into the Smithsonian. We have an hour to shoot this.
she's like,
Amazing.
okay.
That's
Just
amazing.
think of all the Star Wars characters as engineers.
Yes. I'm sure
Standing
the
out
engineers, vice versa.
They'll love
Yeah.
this. So, where were we? Did
What did we do? We
Goonies.
did Goonies.
Yeah, we did
Classic.
Dreamers.
Dreamers? That was our
Dreamers.
Dreamers.
So we owe
local story.
Oh.
How'd you interpret this? What'd you pick?
Yeah, so
This was a challenging category for us.
I know, and I kind of like I went Major League, right?
What we picked.
Isn't that what it is? Like when it's like kind of sports themed and it's dreamer themed, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, and now those two
It's the perfect.
equal this one.
It's all three.
Exactly.
It's the perfect trilogy of all. That's so funny. That's what we picked too.
As you talked about, the local feel could be a lot of things. In local, it could be, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck just palling around in local suburban Boston. Like,
Right.
just to
Well, I was
feel
like, it's in a
Yeah.
a locale.
confined
So
town.
as
Yeah.
a Clevelander,
Yeah.
Yeah. When someone says local, you're like
So we picked something that was largely shot in Wisconsin.
yeah.
The opening shots are Cleveland.
Yeah.
Got Bob Euchre in Wisconsin Stadium. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But it's
Euchre hated Cleveland for some reason.
Oh, I'm sure.
I can't remember the backstory, but yeah, he's
That's
like
right.
Cleveland. It's like, well, that's
Yeah.
because of the all the bathrooms in the locker room were like a ditch in the old Cleveland
Yeah.
Stadium.
we were trying to I was like movies that are shot in
that
Ohio.
like I'm just going back to the bathrooms
Yeah.
because you didn't have to experience this as a woman.
The trough.
The trough.
I've been
I
told.
think, was there a trough in the old Cleveland Stadium?
Yeah, for women's
No.
bathrooms.
I
So
don't remember. I
we
remember I've
literally,
mentioned this story,
guys
yeah.
walk in and it's twice the size of this bar, twice
Yeah.
the length of this bar, and it's just a trough on the floor where, as a child,
Yeah.
as an 11-year-old,
You're like,
Am I in the military now?
you stand there and it's dong,
Yeah.
dong, next to my face on either side as I'm peeing into this puddle of fucking piss that is just blooming steam into your face on a cold,
Because it's a Browns game. And
Browns
it's about
game.
4 degrees outside.
oh my god, it's the most horrific thing. I think it gave me stage fright for years in peeing in public.
that's,
Yeah, it was.
I have a lot of
Professional sports. We've come a long way.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
a lot of issues with public bathrooms, but
Oh.
we do not have that.
Oh, dude,
Cleveland
it was.
Stadium was famous for
Oh.
particularly how bad it was for the visiting team.
Yeah,
Somebody
That's
said,
awful.
I
That's
can't
awful.
remember who it was. If it was
I don't think they had hot water in there, right?
Jerry Glanville said you had to bring your own nail to hang your hat on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit hole.
Total shithole.
Well, we didn't get to see that in this movie.
No, no,
So-
Major League.
Haslam,
I mean,
if you're listening, no troughs.
Please.
Bring it back.
Trauma for
Would you like to
children.
enjoy our legacy trophy?
Yeah. I know.
Here
You can
in,
get your name put on it.
Yeah.
here in Berea or Medina
For
or
a
wherever you put that
donation,
damn
you
stadium.
Oh,
Your trough
The
can be-
memorial trough.
yeah.
Named
Just
after
the,
you.
I think I remember somebody telling me that they were on a tour and there was a homeless guy sleeping in one of them.
oh God. Oh God.
No.
No. Anyway,
Like you haven't lived until you got the steam plume of
It's in your,
piss
like, in your lungs.
face.
this is the first time I got high.
Oh.
Was at a Browns game, sitting in the dog pound. Was the contact high from just everything happening around me. I think I was 19.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Dude,
this
I
is
remember
great.
the first time my grandpa and my dad took me to a Browns game. It was so loud that I just fucking cried
Yeah.
the whole time.
Aw.
Yeah, I was young.
You're not
Yeah.
ready for that.
No.
Like people going.
Because remember, you had to walk across those weird bridges.
from the lot.
The
to get
second,
over?
well, no, like in the second level, like
Oh,
to get,
yeah.
you had to walk over these bridges. I don't even remember what was under us, but like, it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it was
and
like
then
a
we
catwalk.
would sit behind a giant pillar, so we'd have to go like this, or like this. Yeah.
I remember the pillar seats
Yeah.
where you're like,
Yeah.
don't get the pillar seat. I
Mark-
never went to a Browns game. It was always the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
Mark Schott said that. I went to Cleveland, sat behind a big pole. I think his name
Yeah.
was Kowalski. God bless racist Mark Schott.
hole, Nick Kowalski.
No, we would go my dad was a Yankees fan, so we would drive up
Ew.
from,
It's an Italian thing.
Is he from New York?
Absolutely
no.
not.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. We're from New
Italian.
Philadelphia.
Not kidding. Italian thing.
It's got to be an
Yeah.
Italian thing. Like DiMaggio, maybe? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Was it Martinelli? What do you?
Yeah, we're Martinelli's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know where the Yankees fandom
I think
came
my
from.
best friend, one of my good friends, married a Martinelli.
Really?
Out of Chicago. Do you know Martinelli's in Chicago?
My cousins are in Chicago. They're
Yeah.
Martinellis. But they're also, like, if somebody just got married, then they're young. They're
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
Because my Nick...
You know what's annoying? It's every time I search for your
Yeah.
emails, I'm like, Kara White, Kara White,
Yeah,
Kara
no.
White.
Sorry, Ernie. My cousin's kid, Nick Martinelli, is a big basketball
Yeah, he's a big
player
deal.
on...
forgive us.
Sorry, family. Northwestern?
Don't look at me.
Jenna Martinelli? Do you know a Jenna Martinelli?
I don't know.
Is she a
Doesn't
Martinelli?
mean I know.
I swear to God, she's a Martinelli. Let me...
But that was a big deal because like we were watching the basketball games because they were in the finals, the March Madness, and like he was all over. Like he was the big deal.
Yeah, he was.
Because I'm like, I want a Martinelli jersey. How do I get one of those?
Are you a fan? That's not what I asked.
No, I know him.
Yeah. I know
Is
that
her.
guy.
Are you related to her?
I don't recognize.
Okay.
Talk about
I mean,
yourselves.
maybe our family is giant.
Yeah.
There are relatives that I don't.
But like I'm a Adam Wilde, but
Yeah.
I come from Marola and La Rocca.
Yeah.
So
right.
La Rocca was like one of the biggest crime families out of Youngstown. Yeah, I know.
That's
And I was
awesome.
like,
I was always
we-
convinced that my grandfather was in the mob.
Yeah.
My grandfather was.
She like that's how you know we're really Italian. It's because when we were like crime family, she's like, Mom.
I can't hear you. Keep getting up on the volume. You're saying the important part quiet.
Yeah.
Which funny part is that like I was always like, oh, I think my grandpa Angelo is, you know, like, and my family, my sisters and stuff were like, no, he wasn't. My other side, my grandpa Moore, he was showing me pictures, like we were going through the album, and he's like, here's so and so, and he's like, oh, that was a yacht out of Chicago. Like he was part of the crime family there. Like I was like the Capone,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Interesting.
Well, that's-
not
Something.
Italian,
Yeah.
not the Italian side of the family.
So tell us, where do you think Jimmy Hoffa is?
Meadowlands.
Yeah, he's under the
50-yard
stadium.
line.
Yeah.
They'll find him one day.
No, they won't.
I was out with clients last night, and they're like,
Okay, I got
if
that
there
shit.
was one crime story that you knew or that you could figure out the ending of,
Yeah.
what would it be? And I think I said Jimmy
Hoffa.
Hoffa. Yeah. And then they started saying all these other ones, and I was like, oh, no, wait, that's a really
Okay,
good
that's
one.
a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I think it started with Nancy Guthrie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a better answer.
That's more relevant, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's
Took this for a turn. Sorry, guys.
I know we didn't even talk about the movie Major League.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic. Do we have to? Like,
Everybody.
if you haven't seen Major League,
If you
I
need to
think-
know about that, go watch. You need some homework, and then we'll come back.
Seriously.
I'm gonna end this with my favorite story about this movie. Is we were listening. So we go out and we do a fire and we listen to the games. And Tom Hamilton, maybe last summer, was like his intern. They were giving him shit and like because he's like, you're gonna take this girl on the date. What are you guys gonna do? And like
Bunch
and
of
then he's
60-year-olds telling a 25-year-old what to do.
like
on
On the air.
and then he'll like
Amazing.
Because that's
and
how
he's like-
baseball is exciting.
and he'll
You
just be
should
like,
take her to 3-2 the count.
that. Yeah, and he's like still calling the game, but he's also like being like, here's what you need to do with your date. And the kid's like, no,
Please stop. Please stop.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna have a movie night. You're gonna watch Major League together.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, okay.
She's dating you. She should be brought up minorly to speed.
Yeah. Major League is. I always liked it as a kid, but like there's the part of it that I don't like, and watching it as a grown up because we've been watching pieces, but never together.
Misogyny? I mean, it's not like...
It's pretty bad. It's pretty. I mean, Tom Berenger, like
It's not like...
stalking
what's
Renee
the other
Rizzo.
one?
Bull Durham?
It's not
Yeah.
Bull Durham misogyny, is it?
No, it's not that level. I do
It's-
not like Bull Durham.
It's more.
Yeah.
more
I do not like that part of
But
Bull
I think you
Durham
don't
either.
like it for the same reason.
I like the baseball parts of Bull.
The baseball
Bull
part.
Durham.
Yeah.
Why can't I say? But I.
But like,
hate
if you
the love
watch
story.
the Tom Hanks one...
Yeah.
League of Their Own.
League of Their Own.
love League of Their Own.
It's like reverse misogyny.
Oh, it totally is. I fucking love that.
I would love
Yeah.
to sit down with Tom Hanks like,
Yeah.
bro, you are a terrible character. In
Oh, he's a horrible
How did
human.
you? I mean, I'd love to have
Yeah.
Penny Marshall
Yeah.
still alive making
But you
movies.
love him. You like he's this
how
horrible
did you
man, and you're
accomplish?
just
Yeah.
laughing at him. Going,
How did
like,
you accomplish being such a toxic person?
100%.
toxic and still charming and funny?
I don't know who
Like,
else on earth could have pulled off that role.
I know.
It's amazing.
An
Yeah.
'Cause he was-
alcoholic misogynist.
He was
Yeah.
loved at that point, right? So
Oh,
like,
he
if
was
you're
the cat's
loved,
meow.
He's
you
a
can
beloved.
you do
He was like America's
a
sweetheart
negative
at that
role,
point, yeah.
and it doesn't pigeonhole you. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh, he's diverse, right?
I think, like, bro, did you? How much forethought, or did you just bare-chested run into this role,
know.
Yeah.
and you're just you, and it worked out. Like, is there that much thought back then?
Yeah. I just really don't like Tom Berenger in this movie.
No, and we've talked about it when
Because
we're
he's
watching
like,
it. Like,
Renee Russo's like, I'm engaged and I'm with this person. And he keeps fucking stalking. He follows her into her apartment.
Yeah.
they clearly did not have a good relationship.
And I'm like, this is not romantic or cute. This
No.
is fucking terrible.
And Tom
Not
Berenger, up
good
until
behavior.
that part, was a son of a bitch in other roles.
I know, yeah.
His characters in like Platoon and he is a monster.
Oh yeah, he was
And
a
now
monster. Many roles after that
Now
too.
putting him in that as the charming, because he's arguably the lead of the movie.
I don't think
yeah.
he's charming. I don't find him charming.
but they're
I was just
casting
looking.
him
I was
in a
like,
charming role.
Yeah.
is it what early 89?
89.
I thought
Yeah.
it was gonna be. I was gonna guess 92.
89 when we were
But, like-
still hot in the middle of our sucking.
Oh yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
baseball stuff in it is awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
It's great. But like, it like leans into that sex comedy like
yeah, where I'm
Yeah,
right,
very
like the
much.
sex comedies of the 80s and the early
Yeah.
90s and like
I love it.
where like you could get away with
Yeah.
oh you couldn't get away with it these days. It's
No.
just it's a different world.
No.
But like
You couldn't get away with it in like 95
Yeah.
at that point.
No.
but like you're watching it
Yeah.
as a progressive
Yeah. And you're like, oh.
40 something,
Yeah.
36-year-old woman in the
take
year what are we 2026?
Yeah. Oh, if you showed it to like a 20-year-old now and be like,
Oh,
they'd
they'd
be
be
like,
horrified.
Oh yeah.
we showed Blazing Saddles to
No. A millennial, we said choose, and
She
they
picked
went there
out of
and
all the movies.
chose
She's
Blazing
like,
Saddles
this
out of
one.
all the movies that we own.
like, do you know anything about this? She's like, no.
Oh jeez.
All right, buckle up.
And she watched
She watched the whole thing with us, and we were laughing the whole time. It wasn't until
She was stone quiet,
and then she was
until-
like, "Are you guys racist?"
She was like,
I
oh
think.
shit, I think my friends are really racist.
I think until Cleon Little pulls out where
Where
the white women at.
Yeah.
She just started laughing. She's like, oh.
Yeah. So like
It's
you get
farce.
it is
It's making fun
farce.
of race.
everyone makes fun of everyone, and then
Yeah.
we're all on even ground.
It's what
Yeah.
what Taika Waititi said.
Yeah.
You do not put the Nazis on a pedestal.
yeah.
You make them buffoons.
Yeah.
Which is what they did in The Producers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same way. Do it with racists.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they
Mel
were,
Brooks.
we're
Mel Brooks
all over
was
Mel
so
Brooks
far
about the
ahead of
producers. And he was like, no, you make fun of him.
You want to
Yeah.
know what the best way to end this podcast?
Yeah.
Spaceballs 2. Is it this year or is
It
it
is-
next
no,
year?
it's 2027.
2027?
I know.
Which they renamed it
Yeah.
the next one.
Spaceballs to the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But
I had
mean,
it as a search for more money, but
Yeah,
they switched
like-
it over.
Mel Brooks, my God. Has anyone ever done it better?
No.
No.
Where he
Yeah.
just makes fun of everyone and he says, no, this isn't even a
no.
playing field.
Yeah.
Like, we're not targeting anyone.
Yeah.
We're all on this fucking rock together, and this is a ridiculous world.
Yeah.
And we're going to fucking honor that ridiculous world.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
No, yeah.
He did in History of the World Part 1. He did Hitler on ice. At the end of when he did the producers, every synagogue in all of New York wrote him to take it out of the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't understand. You
Right.
can't give them power.
Right.
A movie you should absolutely watch is To Be or Not to Be.
Okay.
I just saw.
They did an original one with Jack Benny way back in the day, and then
I haven't seen the Mel Brooks one yet. Though.
Mel Brooks did one with his wife Anne Bancroft, and it's largely a drama about
It's
trying to do
really interesting.
theater in Nazi-occupied Poland.
Yeah.
So
and the theater's hiding all the people that
Yeah.
the Nazis are looking for. But-
everybody that the Nazis would hate is in the theater.
like as people on stage, as people in the audience,
The-
under
As
the
the people,
stage.
the theater troupe.
The theater
Yeah.
troupe, when then
Okay.
the theater gets taken over, and like you will do shows for the Nazis.
So they're all like Polish Jews.
they're
Yeah.
all Polish Jews and gypsies and gay and everything that
Oh.
Yeah.
should not be in
Yeah.
Yeah.
there. And
And they're like, you'll do these. You're gonna do only Nazi-approved plays. And they're like, okay. And
but also they're trying to run a spy network out of it.
it is.
Oh, it actually sounds
fascinating.
brilliant.
It's really good.
which
Yeah.
I-
I haven't seen the Mel Brooks version. I've seen the 1940s version.
which is not. It hits harder in some places. The
Yeah.
like there's some clarification when we watched it on TCM. Yeah, highly recommend that. Like I saw that when I was a teenager. I'm like it was during my awakening. Like, oh, movies are more than just watching a dog fight.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm like watching The Untouchables and shit
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Bring a knife to a gunfight. So good.
Elliot Ness, also a local. It could have worked.
Yeah, that could have worked.
See, that's why I was like, we can pick like local heroes
I know.
to choose.
Go
Like,
to
it
Great
could've-
Lakes Brewing, go see a bullet hole.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Anyway.
Sorry. All right.
That's so funny that I just think it's hilarious that you guys played a Mel Brooks film for a millennial who's just like without any context.
Yeah.
Because they can't understand what the world was like.
Well,
back
we
then.
No, yeah.
we agreed
Oh,
that
yeah.
we should have TCM'd that a little bit.
I honestly didn't even think about it. I'm like, Blazing Saddles is great because I watched it as a kid. I actually saw it. My stepfather was black, and he was the one who showed it to me.
Yeah.
And like that was one
He
of our
laughed his
favorite
ass off. at
favorite
that
things
movie.
to watch together.
Yeah.
And like, so I was like, I guess I did. I was like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, this is just funny.
That was a really
and I was like, oh shit.
clear demonstration of the differences in generations.
Oh,
what
yeah.
you saw
Oh,
in
yeah.
that when she was watching that, like, oh,
I was like,
I'm different.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're on the same page. We're just.
Yeah. It's just what people have been exposed to, like, growing up and watching things like the Jeffersons. Like,
Right.
yeah, oh, okay, people didn't talk about it at like 11
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, it was subtext, right?
Yeah.
But it was like comedic subtext.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
mean,
you were
like,
able to get away with it.
Yeah.
Like people were able to talk about stuff by couching it within a comedy or couching it within horror or sci-fi. That you can get those flavors in a lot more easily without beating people on the head.
It is weird that like this day and age, what do we just like? We're either angry about it or we just don't talk about it. It's one of those two.
Yeah.
Instead of like addressing it
Yeah.
And I
in
think
ways that reach people.
there's a
Yeah, that's relatable.
There's a systematic.
Yeah.
There's a systematic.
Without you getting
fear.
in a fight about it.
Yeah.
I think people are fearful to, as you would say, go there to
Right.
be able to like. Come on, let's do something.
I know.
Let's shoot something. And
Well-
I think a lot of people aren't willing to be brave and sort of dig it and do it in a interesting, creative way, like Mel Brooks would.
Yeah.
Right. And I think, I don't know why I've been thinking about this a lot lately, but like, I think that's the power of movies is that you can do that. And like to me growing up, like being in high school in my, early adolescence in the 90s, that was like a big time when like Do the Right Thing was coming out and like all these movies were coming out that were actually trying to say something.
Yeah.
And like I think that to me being a white girl in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
Ohio. I mean, yes, my stepfather was black, but like he was like one of the black families in town.
Oh yeah, New Philadelphia.
yeah.
Was
it.
he the only black guy?
Maybe.
I know, seriously.
Everybody knew him. He was around town and everybody
I know
knew
that
him.
black guy.
Because I think that opened like being able to watch movies like that or
Yeah.
like
Also, a
Tuskegee
Martinelli
Airmen.
in New Philadelphia
Yeah.
with a black stepdad.
Yeah.
Holy shit, did you have some answers?
I was like the punk rock kid. So like I was hard like I was like, do not test me.
All you,
Like I
I'm
have
moving
stories
away.
of
Yeah.
like people saying shit and I would be like and they'd be like, no, oh nothing, never mind. And I'm like, yeah. I was a very quiet kid, but like I don't think people understood that I was like
Yeah,
I had rage inside of me.
I think
Bad.
part of the reason that the world is so fucked up today is because we all take ourselves a little bit too
seriously. And I think that's where all the anxiety comes from. Like I think everyone just needs to relax a little and
Fucking
just
chill out. 100%.
have a real conversation.
Have a real conversation.
Yeah.
And don't fall into the... what's the word I'm looking for? I got a couple drinks in me now. These things slow down. The more we...
I'm being
the zeitgeist, so to speak,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like with everyone, like you just get into this funnel, and then you hear everything, and everything's the same thing, and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you really just have to like sit down and have human conversations with humans.
Yeah.
And if you have human conversations with humans, you can honestly connect something with every single
With
person.
anybody. Yeah.
With anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like as professionals in the industry, we've
Yeah.
had to experience that because we've been
All the
in
time.
situations with people where you're like, I would never fucking talk to you in a million years.
Yeah.
But I'm stuck with you for the next 6 days
Yeah.
on this set, and we're gonna make the best of
Yep.
it, dude. And then you come out of that going, that guy's
Yeah.
not half bad.
Yeah.
Film crews are unbelievably have situational awareness and an openness that I think largely people would never experience.
Yeah.
Well, one, they can't freelance or deal with the ulcers that all three of us have. But to go onto a set with wildly different people.
Wildly
true.
different.
That's
So
very
this is
true.
one of the best things I learned. Let's circle it back, right?
Yeah.
So my documentary. One of the best things I learned about my documentary is that an indie wrestling locker room is a proof point of a microcosm of what the world can exist as. Because you have every race, every socioeconomic class, every gender, just everyone is completely different, and they all get along. They don't talk about it. They are just there to support each other and make sure that night is great.
Yeah.
It's not even,
love
because
that.
with us, it's
Yeah.
always the work.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
always the common denominator is what we're
Oh,
doing.
right.
But with the wrestlers,
That's the kind of the
it's
same
not.
thing.
It's the life.
The life.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because they're not drafted into that or anything.
No,
They're
they choose
choosing
it.
to be a part
Yeah.
of that.
Choose it.
I-
We weren't
I'm a-
drafted. We chose.
We chose our life.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, did we!
We did.
I'm
Like an
stuck in it
idiot.
now.
I know. There's no way out.
I did do Steadicam at Raw one time.
Oh, did you?
I have never seen a better buffet. What they had backstage, like,
Yeah.
oh,
Those guys,
damn.
those boys need a lot of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also said you should tell the story.
Which one?
The one that you did Steadicam.
Oh, it was at the Q or whatever the fuck it's called now.
The
next-
Rocket Arena.
next to the Jake,
Yeah.
and they're like, okay, TNT's going to do a bump, like finishing up Law and Order. It's like we're going to do a bump, and then we want just go out to the curtain and just do a little Steadicam. We're going to do it live, and then it's like 5 minutes before we come. It's like, all right, and it's a 3, 2, 1,
Yeah.
go Steadicam, and we go through the curtain, and it's the ramp.
Yeah.
It's the ramp. And like Triple H and people like that were still surfing around backstage.
What
at that
year
point.
is this?
I can't remember.
It was before we met, so like
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah, it was in the
Oh my god!
It was
like
in the
the
aughts.
end of the aggression era.
Yeah, and so I push there, and all the spotlights come down on me, so they could, because I'm coming through the thing, and all of the queue starts cheering, and I'm doing this Steadicam shot, and the lights are ballyhooing and doing a great thing, and they're in the air. You could hear it's like coming up in 5 minutes. We go to Cleveland for Raw, blah 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 blah, and I'm doing Steadicam, and Alex Esber is pulling focus. He's right behind me, and he's like, I'm not doing anything. And I'm just going, don't trip. Because my job, we're shooting for a video game. I can't remember what it was, but my bit was Hornswoggle.
Which
It was in your doc.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Which my nephew we gotta talk. My nephew would be like, oh my
Oh, yeah. He was, so
super fan.
they go down there like, all right, first commercial break, you're going to go down there and you're going to go into the ring. And he's going to do a bit to camera, and we'll do 2, and then you come out of the ring. And so I go down there, and they're like 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm in my Steadicam vest with the arm, and I roll into the ring. And what I didn't know is that the wrestling keeps going through the commercial break. And everybody saw me go with my Steadicam vest on.
They were like, oh,
what
shit."
the fuck is this going to be off the hook? And Alex puts the sled in there, and I hook up, and Hornswoggle climbs up onto the corner, and he says whatever line promoting the video game, and jumps over me.
That's awesome.
Resets, does it again, jumps over me, and they're like, 30 seconds. Reverse, roll out of the ring, and that was it. And then they're like, all right, we're going to do one more take and do a variation on the line. So I go to the commercial, I roll in the ring, the audience is hip to it. Now they all boo. So
He doesn't do anything.
13,000 people are booing me because I'm slowing the action down, and he does his bit, and then
For those of you at home that don't know who Hornswoggle is or have not seen my film, Hornswoggle honestly is the closest thing to the film The Wrestler that we talked about, that Aronofsky film, in my film.
Yeah.
So like for you to have that experience with him is actually super special.
Yeah, it was that was a weird show.
Oh,
I think we packed the car, and then the next morning we had to be at 5 a.m. at the Brown Stadium for like Tim Couch was going to do some commercial, and we were a part of that.
The Tim Couch era.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Is that who it was? I don't care. But yeah, that was a wild show to be able to do Raw like that.
Yeah.
back in the day. So
All right.
How long are we? Are we like 2 hours at this point?
We're almost there. It's
Is
going to
it-
be one of our
what-
longer shows.
Okay, I'm so sorry,
No,
guys.
it's
No.
great. This has been great. I love it. It's been a really good show. We've been ending our show with trivia.
Uh-oh.
So
My brain does not work this way. So,
Okay.
So there are several
There's categories.
categories,
Okay.
like 80s, 90s,
Sci-fi.
rom-com,
Yeah.
adventure.
Okay.
you can pick a
anything like that.
category, or you
Or
can
I
just
can
be like,
blind grab.
go random.
yeah, blind grab. Blind grab. What's
It is 90s.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Alright.
I grew up in the 90s.
I know. I have a better chance of these. I'm like, I might know this.
In Dumb and Dumber,
Okay.
where do Lloyd and Harry have to travel to return the briefcase to Mary?
Aspen?
I think that's true.
I think you're right.
Oh, bam! He's right. One for one.
That's right. I just remember that he's like, "What's the soup of the day? What's the soup du jour?" And she's
Yeah,
like,
what's the soup
of
to
the
the
day?
He's like, this sounds delicious. I'll
have
take it.
that. I can't go to a restaurant and not do that.
On which month and day does the movie Independence Day start?
July 4th. Oh, does it start?
Start
Yes.
July 3rd.
Yeah,
Third.
July 3rd.
I think that's right. Second.
2nd.
Boom.
Because they don't, you lead into it.
Yeah.
Right, because July 4th
Yeah.
is after everything's been fucked.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Exactly.
And he has to do the fucking speech.
Yeah. It's a great speech.
it's
It's
a
a
great
great
speech.
speech.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton?
Bill Pullman.
Bill
He-
Pullman.
He was in
Yeah.
I'd watch Bill Paxton do that speech, though. That would be a good speech.
we just watched The Burrows on Netflix, which we talked about on another show.
Yeah.
Bill Pullman's in it, and I was like, I love Bill Pullman. Wait, he's in a retirement home? I was like, he's that old? He's
Oh,
playing a
no.
retirement home? Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bill Pullman's in a retirement home, and then Bill Paxton's dead.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I was
Now
like,
Bill Pullman's son's in
Ladies and
some.
gentlemen, we are old, and we are just realizing
With
it.
both of them. I think both Bill Pullman and Bill Pullman's son, who was Bob in Maverick, are both in Spaceballs 2.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I think that's true. In Wayne's World 2,
Oh, 2.
okay.
which musician tells Wayne in a dream, if you book them, they will come? To bring it back to Field of Dreams again.
Yeah. Which is creepy how much our show does that with the trivia
There's a
questions.
lot of-
It references stuff
Yeah.
we've talked about.
Okay, don't tell me.
In Wayne's World 2, which musician
It's not
tells Wayne
Aerosmith.
in a dream, if you book them, they will come?
My guess is Steven Tyler because he's in it, but I don't know that. That's right.
I don't know why I'm leaning more towards like a British pop icon, like a David Bowie or something like that.
That also feels familiar. My voice is going. That also feels familiar.
It's Jim Morrison.
Jim Morrison.
Yeah.
Jim Morrison was still alive?
No, he was
No.
dead.
Oh, I was like,
Not at all.
100% dead.
Not
I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
famously dead.
I was like, Wayne's World came out in the 90s.
Oh. In
So
Being
it's
John.
a guy playing Jim Morrison.
Correct.
That's a bullshit question.
It just says which musician.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, Nicole, you would have gotten that one. In Being John Malkovich, which floor does Craig work on?
Oh,
Oh my god, I don't know.
I don't know
13?
either.
7.5.
7.5.
I knew it was a
Malkovich
half.
floor?
Yeah.
Malkovich?
I actually just watched. I just watched him talking to. It was like, you know, this pops up in my Instagram feed
Yeah.
every once in a while. But he was like talking to everyone around him with the Malkovich masks on, and he talked to the
Oh,
DP,
yeah.
and he said to the DP, he said, "All right, now let's get the camera stuff situated so we don't keep all of these people in their masks for too long." You know,
Oh my God.
Like
So
he addresses the DP and he's like, "I'm not saying this for me, I'm saying this for everyone else here."
Fucking
saying
love
it
John
for
Malkovich.
McGee, different
No.
DP reference. In 1996, which animated duo went on a road trip to recover their stolen TV? In
Beavis and
1996, which animated duo went on a road trip to recover their stolen
Beavis
TV?
and Butthead.
Is it Beavis
I
and
think
Butthead?
so.
I think it's a solid answer.
Yeah.
Beavis
Yeah.
and Butthead. Come
'Cause they-
to Butthead.
Come to
Don't
bed.
Because they do America, right?
They do America.
One of the things that I have laughed
Why
at
I remember that.
the most in my adult life is the Saturday Night Live skit with Beavis and Butthead. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
everything about it.
Perfect.
Yes.
That is chef's
Perfect.
kiss.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, Beavis and Butthead was like the 90s. That was it.
It was the
Yeah.
90s. Daria, Beavis
Daria.
and Butthead. Uh-huh.
The
Agreed.
State. Did you remember The State?
Of course I
love
do.
The State.
Yeah.
What Hot
Oh.
American Summer's doing a screening with David Wayne
Yeah.
I know.
this month.
Yeah, so Ryan
Cleveland.
from SIF
Yeah.
just sent me that. Is he putting it on at like a...
It's like a
At a
camp.
yeah.
Yeah. If you're in the
Yeah.
Cleveland area,
Go
check it out.
see
I
it.
think it's next weekend.
Is it Ryan,
No, it's
Ryan Cargrove, something like that?
Oh,
Correct.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just sent it to me.
Yeah.
I have not replied, so if you watch this,
Yeah.
Ryan, I will
Which we-
reply to you on DMs
That
and
was
Instagram.
our reference last episode. We did a
What Hot
Hot
American?
American Summer trivia
Yeah.
question. We did not say what it was.
Gurnal, right? The Gurnal? Is that what had on American Summer?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah?
s- yeah, it was the
Running my Gurnal.
I just want to put that out.
we're like, you taste like a burger, I don't like you anymore.
It's a classic.
Paul Rudd's so fucking
Paul
good,
Rudd, American
right?
Treasure.
90s are fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's
Anyway.
funny because I mentioned The State and a lot of people. I was like, we're the same age, you probably remember The State.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I grew up in the
Yeah.
state.
Yeah, same. Yeah. I didn't I was the
There's
last
only like
kid.
3 seasons, but it was...
Yeah,
it was
oh, it's so funny.
3 very memorable and like...
Yeah.
They were staples of my youth.
Yeah.
those
Just
seasons.
slightly. I was slightly too old that it was Monty Python
Yeah, Monty
Yeah.
Python was also part of it.
and Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So, Holy Grail, 100%. And then Life of Brian, a little bit, but
Yeah.
then
It's like they got too much money.
God, what was the other
Meaning
one?
of life.
Meaning of
of
Life.
life. Is that fishy, fishy, fishy fish?
Yep.
It is. Oh shit! It's Mr. Creosote.
Fishy, fishy, fishy fish.
All right,
Experimental theater.
Yeah.
that was when we watched a lot. So
Might be the
in
bourbon
study
talking.
hall, I would draw the fishy fish.
Oh yeah.
And my friends
try
would be
to,
like,
like-
draw fishy fish.
I say that to my kids, and they're like, "Dad,
Dad.
what's going on?"
Just having a flashback or something. I don't know.
That's such a weird bit.
No, I'm
yeah.
referencing cinema.
Oh yeah, Life of Brian was great. They were all great.
Yeah, that was it for the question.
Yes.
All right, I missed the ending. there.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah.
Cool. All
High,
right.
high five. Do we end on high fives?
Man.
Yeah, this was great. Thank you guys for
Yes.
having me.
Thank you for being our guest.
Is there an ending? Should I shut up? Go ahead.
No, I literally never know how to. Shut
Okay.